Buffalo Fanatics, what is going on? Listen, it's game time, game day. Super excited right now. Let me go ahead and make sure. Hold on. I'll figure that out. But anyways, I want to know where everyone's at right now as far as their nerves, as far as how they feel. How do we feel right now going in? We all know it's playoffs, right? So we know it's a humongous game. But look, I'm super excited right now, man. I'm super excited. I need some score predictions, some bold predictions. I need everyone in the chat to go crazy right now. But first, make sure everyone knows the rules. A shot for every touchdown. Every Bills touchdown, we're taking a shot, right? We already know the rules. And make sure you guys are crazy in the chat, live in the chat. Good, bad, ugly, it doesn't really necessarily matter. I'm going to get everybody straight regardless. Go ahead and smash that like, while you're already here. Go ahead and hit that sub if you haven't already done so. But I'm super excited right now. You have James coming in here saying 55-24 Bills. Sheesh. All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to get this. Hold on real quick. Anyways, I'll figure out that layout. Brian Day says 24-20 Bills. Mark, what's going on? Say, we hype. I'm ready. Like, I'm all the way ready right now. Super excited. What's going on? Kaylin says, I'm saying 31-20 Bills. I actually like that score. I'm leaning towards us, or I'm leaning towards it being around there for sure. Big Time Bean is ready. Listen, it's a beautiful thing, especially when you're playing for a chance to have another opportunity. I mean, it can't really go wrong with that. So I'm super excited right now. Let me try to get this game on real quick. And for those that know or don't know, I'm most likely going to be a play behind, just cause. So
25-1 return to kickoff for a touchdown.
Expect that going in. But listen, man, the keys to the game are simple. We have to figure out a way to, get to Joe Burrow and don't allow him to cook. At the end of the day, if we don't allow him to cook, then I think it's not going to be a close game. If we give him time to be back there, doing what he does, then it's going to be a problem. I'm not saying that we're going to lose, but it's going to be closer than it needs to be. So as long as we, get to Joe Burrow early and often, I think we're going to have a good chance to win this game by a lot. So, true. What's going on, big fella? What is going on? Hickman says, no nerves because I'm not playing it. For the Bills, they will play to their potential. We will win, but it's going to be a close game. 37-30. Look, I say this all the time. When it comes down to fans, there's ways for us to fan, in my opinion, right? In the regular season, it's fine to sit there and criticize and say how things should be, how things should look. If we should be winning by a certain margin. That's always good to do in season. In the postseason, in my opinion, that's all irrelevant. Just get the W. Find a way to win. That's why I was confused at the fact of how much hate it seemed like, the team and Josh was getting after a W. Like, okay, yes, we understand, turnovers is always something that is going to hurt your chances. But how many games are we going to be in where we still come through regardless of the situation? And regardless, still find ways to win. So, again, it comes down to that. I'm super excited for it. The game looks like it's about to start right now, so you already know I'm super hyped. Go ahead and smash that like if you think the Bills are going to win right now. There's 157 people watching. Smash the like just to get the vibes going just right. Let's roll.
If you wanted football weather, you want something that looks like a playoff game, Jim, this is it right here. It's just one of
It's time to go, baby. Let's roll, big fella. Now,
and there's Mr. Cool.
I heard something that was extremely interesting, and it could be the reason why the Bills are constantly kicking off, at home especially, is that when you kick off at home and allow our defense to get out there first, you keep the crowd in the game because the crowd's going crazy, right? You keep the crowd in the game, so if the defense is able to stop and then the offense is able to score, it's like the crowd is never out of the game. Whereas the flip, on the flip side, the crowd would be quiet if the offense is out, and then boom, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting that we are always kicking off, and that could be the reason why.
Williams takes the grab over the shoulder at the goal line and flies up ahead.
Oh, it's going to be a good game, big fella. Let's roll. First, how's the audio? Is the audio getting fine? It's time to roll. Let's go, baby.
4-1. Boomer had 3 wins. Ken Anderson had a couple of wins. Of course, this is something new for this franchise, having postseason wins in consecutive seasons. And today they're trying to advance to the championship game for the second straight year.
All right, 1st and 10. Let's roll.
From the gun to start. Able to get it away quickly. That's what they've been doing all season long. And the catch is by Jamar Chase for 6 yards. Tony, what about this way that they approach the offense now with this?
Nerves is always a thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest
when it's playoffs, man. Jeez, let's roll, big fella. Let's go.
The offensive line was together for 15 games, like Tracy said, and that really helped them with communication and getting to a lot of different stuff. But now he's got to go back to last year, throw a quick game on 1st and 2nd down, getting these playmakers' hands quickly.
He's got 2nd and 4. He's going to give it to Mixon, and Mixon is able.
Mixon was definitely a player that was talking a lot of trash, saying, look, at the end of the day, we are the kings of the AFC. You guys have to come and beat us. Interesting. He's factual, for sure.
It's not random that when all these guys get
but
hurt,
interesting for you to think that this is the week for you to go out and say that. Okay, we're about to find out.
Most dynamic system in the National Football League.
3rd snap and a 1st down as Burrow steps up and throws it complete to Tyler Boyd. And just like that, Cincinnati finds its side on the other side of the 50.
I like it. Now, a lot of talk was talked about
it's a great design play.
The Bengals' first drive last time we played them, right?
The weapons that Cincinnati has. Both these teams
but what do I say every single game about those first drives?
Early in the game, no one is
at some point, we're going to allow you to show your hand early and see what you do early. You may have success early because it's the first drive, right? We're trying to see what your game plan is. We're trying to see exactly, what you're trying to attack. And then we figure it out.
With a good block here.
And you can see the intent to run the football wasn't something that's been huge recently for either of these teams because the quarterbacks are so dynamic and all the weapons on the outside. But all of a sudden you get 3 offensive.
That was a good run by Mixon.
You're going to want to run the football. Whether it gets worse, cold, whatever it is, run the football. And it's a huge sign for Cincinnati right here.
Brought in extra tight ends, and they both were pivotal on that play. Wilcox and Asiasi. 1st down again. This time from the 35.
Empty formation. These guys are going to pop out right here on the inside.
Burrow's pass to his tight end, Hurst. And that's another 1st down play for 8.
Yo, man, when you're dealing with a quarterback like Burrow, you know
opening drive
what you're trying to do is disguise what you're trying to do. Because a quarterback as good as Burrow,
Stay in their shell
he'll be
defense,
able to
see what they're
decipher
doing.
almost anything,
They
you know,
always get
pre-snap.
off to a good drive.
So
As good as anyone in the National Football League. Buffalo usually
that's definitely going to be the chess play for sure. All right, 3rd and 3. Let's roll. Come on, man.
Has come in at running back. 2nd and 3. Burrow facing pressure, goes over the top, wide open is Chase, and he splits the defenders for the touchdown.
Early. That was easy right there. Exactly how it was last time, right?
With 28
Easy.
yards to Chase for the touchdown.
Go ahead and pause that right there. At this point, you're looking in the back.
We got to get that pressure.
Chase is going to sneak up when the quarterback moves.
We got to get that pressure, man.
In the zone coverage to turn and go find a soft spot, and that is why this team is so hard. It's not just guarding them right away, but it's after the fact. Second, last string, stay with them.
McPherson with the extra point, low snap. It's fielded just fine by Chrisman. They had 6 plays.
All right.
4 of them went for
Again,
first
that
down.
looked extremely easy. But I say it every single week. The first drive is always a drive. You kind of have to scratch, even though it's hard to, because, you know, you saw it, of course, right? You kind of have to scratch knowing that every team is scripted, at least that first drive, right? First, 15 or so plays, they always say. So, hey, hopefully we can figure out how to stop that, but we have to get to the quarterback. We have to get to the quarterback. What's going on, Joe? He says, as a matter of fact, I think half the fan base would cheer if he got traded. Who I'm guessing you're probably talking about. Who, Edmonds, I'm guessing? He looks lost. Yeah, again, no one likes to see drives like that. Nobody. Right? Mike, especially if it looks so easy. But I'll say it like this. We made the Bears' first drive look just as easy. You know what I'm saying? And we know what happened in that game. Again, I'm not saying that the Bengals are the Bears, but again, many games this year we've given up 7 the first drive. We've given up points the first drive. And then we shut it down after that. If you think they're going to have it this easy the whole game, you got to reel it back a little bit. We know that's not going to happen. So it comes down to, okay, we see your game plan. The first few drives, you might have some some success. After that, okay, here's what you're doing, and here's what we're going to do. And then go about it like that. James, what up, James? He says, look, playoffs, baby. Playoffs. At the end of the day, we're going to figure this thing out. Right, Jim? Again, Jim, I deal with this every single week, so I understand it. First drive. If this is happening in the 6th, in 3rd, 4th drive, all right, this might be a problem all game. First drive, go ahead. Take it. Cool.
And he gets to the 23.
All right, let's do it.
So Josh Allen running out. You see what he did last week. He did give it away 3 times, but the 352, that was a career high in the playoffs. He did get knocked down and sacked 7 times by the Dolphins, but he's had 3 straight playoff games.
Let's go.
Back to last year with 300 yards.
It's 1st and 10, 11:34 in the first.
Not a tear.
Let's roll.
Last week he had a couple of turnovers. Not all of them were his fault, but
I'll do the first play, a QB run, in my opinion, just to let them know we coming.
McKenzie in motion, circling around, and they are able to get it over to him. Higginson has the angle. Up to make the hit is the rookie Taylor Britt out of Nebraska. Well, Josh Allen, he had 35 touchdown passes in the regular season, tied for second best in the league with Joe Burrow. Both had 35.
Yeah, they both can use their legs. And you saw the little bit of movement from Burrow on the touchdown pass.
Let's roll, baby.
Josh Allen uses legs a lot today, Jim. I think as you see them get closer, you want to protect your franchise quarterback. Well, when you're in the playoffs and big games, you're going to see him in the red zone. He's going to run the ball.
Got a 2nd and 8. To the sideline, and Diggs is there. Look at that tackle. Again, back-to-back plays made by Taylor Britt. Holds them to 4. Lou Anarumo is the D coordinator on this side.
All right, 3rd and 4.
It's been nothing short. I mean,
let's roll.
Spectacular. Last year, he came up with an incredible plan on how to defend Patrick Mahomes in that championship game, and it gave them a chance, and it really was the difference, I felt like, in the second half, to send them to the Super Bowl. And what he's done this year is really take that, evolve it. They are simple, but they get a lot of guys up in there, Jim, at the line, and you see different guys pop out, other guys come, and it's just really...
It's going to Diggs.
3rd and 4. Here they come. Josh flicks it and ties over the outstretched arm of Diggs, who was open. The pressure from Osai forced him to have to hurry it and ended up overthrowing it.
You see the
had him too.
Stutter route.
Golly, had him.
But the difference on this is this right here. This is why Lou Anarumo is doing such a good job. He makes a guy who's pressuring is Pratt, and he's going to go against Singletary, running back. Well, that creates a little bit of that internal pressure that you want to get quarterbacks. The great quarterbacks, they don't like internal.
Yo, man, how many games recently have you started off with a 3 and out? Sheesh.
Sends it down toward Trent Taylor. Taylor from the 18. 10-yard run back.
All right. Defense. What we gonna do, baby? Sheesh. Right there, too. It was this close. This close. All right, let's go. Yeah, James, look, it's not going to be one of those games where I don't think any team is going to have a ton of success, passing the ball. I mean, we see the weather, right? This is normally a ground and pound kind of game. So yeah. What's up, John Lee says, yo, man, Josh is going to have to run 15 plus times this game. Listen, I think that should be a game plan, a major game plan, especially seeing how the Bengals played the Ravens last week and how Huntley had his success, running the ball. So I'm all for that, John, for sure. Cammy Pooh says, yo, if they go up 14, we should all turn off the TV. Damn. I guess you don't remember who we have, do you? I guess you don't, big fella. No faith in your own damn team. Ain't that about something? Interesting. Bobby, what's going on? We aren't looking too good. They're just getting warmed up. Interesting. Again, first drive, first quarter. Relax. All right, let's go. Relax.
Only on CTV.
Yeah, Kobe sitting here saying, yo, man, Bengals will choke. Just a matter of time. All right, let's see it.
To a divisional round game. 8 for the Bills, 9 for Cincinnati, the all-time franchise mark. And here they start their second drive from the 28. Mixon Edmonds is there, and he wrestles him down.
Let's roll.
After about 4. That first drive was something else, Tony.
It really was, because the design overloaded to his side, but you see the ability to get people off of press, but really the secondary opportunity that's created by Carvin, the left tackle. And that was one of the parts that we were worried about. You're not going to be able to move around in the pocket and get to the second level, get guys to go inside, come back out. You thought it had to be a quick game. This is a great sign for Cincinnati. Run the football and still have the ability to move around the pocket.
And 6. Oh, what a big opening for Mixon. And he gets all the way to the 50.
That's not going to be good.
Right tackles in for
Even I'll admit that.
weeks ago.
If we allow
So many different blockers, he made the play. For
these Bengals to run the ball,
But you're going to see right here.
it's going to be a long-ass game.
Like you said,
100%.
This is really impressive right now. This is what
This
the
whole
Bengals
thing
did
only works if we can shut down
against
the running
Ravens
game
in that- later
and
in that
make
game,
them
right? You saw
one-dimensional.
their identity. They're going to run it more than they did all year. But when the game gets tough or gets later, then you're going to give the ball to Burrow and let him throw.
He's already got 100 yards of offense, this team. Not even 7 minutes in. And Higgins now gets on the board with a reception. As Elam, who had an interception last week, is able to tackle him down.
All right, come on, D.
They've run 9 plays. Everyone has gained at least 4 yards, and they've been over 20 on 3 of them. And they have this first quarter dominance that you can see over the last 4 games. It's now 32-0 in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and then Cincinnati's unbelievable when they're leading after the first quarter.
All right, yeah, we got to get that pressure right now.
Last 19.
2nd and 4.
A sack right here would be beautiful. Right here.
P-Ron gets a handle. Big Fade was a teammate of Mixon's at Oklahoma for a couple years. Is right. Well, he's past the first down yardage. They've got yet another first down. That gives them their 6th.
Yo, I don't think the damn Bengals had a 3rd down yet, man.
That's the combo. It was talking style. Substance here. He's just already gone past now with that mark in the postseason. With 4 wins. There's the style, by the way. Looked like you showing up to the game today.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They usually call me just the fashion king of the world. So my wife always says, "You're so stylish today." I mean, you look stunning.
First and 10. There's Burrow to Higgins. Nobody near him. And he knows where to go to get the first down.
Yeah, man, we're making this thing look easy right now.
Chunk, it seems like, Tony.
Or they're making it look easy. We're
Putting out there is very difficult.
allowing them to make it
Part of
look
that, though, is
extremely
great
easy right now.
players. T. Higgins, 2nd round
Jeez.
pick, Clemson, and this is a number 1. I know everyone knows about Chase, but he really is a number 1, Jim. This guy, on almost any other team, you would be defending him and figuring out how to double team him.
Caught 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl last February. And you asked him yesterday, what's his gift? And he said, the ability to use my size. He also can play a lot smaller, too. He's a big target. Here's Chase getting the rush for about 4. That is an incredible combination.
Let's go.
You talk about those
Come
2
on,
number
man.
ones that they have.
Oh, it's really, I mean, you give them Burrow and then you get those 2. And this is a good job by the coaching staff. You never know how it's going to go early. So Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan coming up with a way to get.
Yo, so far Edmonds is actually having a very solid game. Yes, he was lost on that very first touchdown drive, but he's pretty much made every tackle since.
By the way, the third's pretty good, too. Boyd.
No pressure.
And that's Milano quickly on P-Ron, but he is such a load, he's able to drag it out for an extra 3 or 4. It will be 3rd down on the way.
Let's go.
One of the areas you'd want to attack.
It's their first 3rd down today. Come on, man. Come on.
First team
Let's roll. 3rd and 3.
2 sacks last week, playing the best football of his career, and really as well as anyone in the national.
It's going to be a short slant, a dump off. We already know this. It's going to Higgins one-on-one. All right, Ed. All right, Trey. Golly.
As Basham comes running after Burrow and tackles him at the 33-yard line.
This is a great job of drawing him off sides with a silent count.
Dang
2
it.
new snap counts this week.
Number 55, defense. A 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, you're going to watch Sharping 74.
We can't
The right
give
guard.
these
He's
dudes
looking back. He signals
more
to him, "Hey, here's the
opportunities,
snap
man.
count. Go ahead right there." He puts his hand up, and normally it's going to come right when the center's head goes down. But they've waited with a delay, and that's where Joe Burrow did a good job this week, coming up with 2 new silent snap counts. And he really thought they'd get him, and he waited for 3rd and 3, Jim.
9 minutes into the game and 8 first downs. Over to Mixon. Edmonds with the tackle, but another 5. Another 5 for the Bengals. Again, are marching down.
Yeah, man, they have a pretty good game plan right now, man. I don't.
In this first quarter.
Sheesh, man.
If I'm a Bills fan right now, this is very scary because
it is. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, right? Because as far as
you always have help. You have
our philosophy is to give up the short and allow them to, you know, and force them to make a big play. We have to stop that. We have to stop that.
He's got one right there.
Another thing they've been doing so far is passing on first, and if they get some yards, they're running every time on second, it seemed like. So that was a good play by Manalo.
This is it, though.
Great play. 3rd and 7.
Red zone,
we have to get this right here.
Which quarterback is going to score touchdowns and which one is going to kick field goals in this game? That's what I think the
Let's roll.
And Joe yesterday thought that was going to be so essential to his team's hopes. 3rd and 7. To the end zone. Open.
Wow.
Wide open. Hurst hauls it in for another Cincinnati touchdown.
And you're seeing why offensive coordinator Brian Callahan and Zach Taylor have the 3rd best red zone offense, or red zone, and they create all of these things. Chase is a decoy on a screen, and Hurst is wide open. They just challenge you in so many areas. What a design. Brian Callahan, like we said, getting all the looks now, right? To be a head coach, as he should. He knows every,
all right.
Every position, I swear.
It's too early. It's too early, but that right there, 14 zip.
This one,
that's not looking too good. Now I'm slightly a little more nervous at this point right now. 100%. 2 drives in a row they made look extremely easy. Extremely easy. See, Marshall says, yo, the Bills will come back. It's going to be a game, but it's going to be a dogfight now because now we have to climb out of a hole. And we've done that. We've done that plenty of times before. You know, I think they're trying to figure out a way to get pressure without or to get to Burrow without pressure. We might have to start bringing pressure now, but it's not looking too good. A touchdown right here would be nice. You know, it'll kind of bring the momentum back. But as far as that momentum bar, it's about 80-20, in my opinion. 70-30, Bengals right now for sure. For sure. Yeah, Marco says too easy. That right there was too easy. Too easy. Brian Hayden says, yep, it's time to start drinking. It's time to start drinking. Yo, again, it's super early. If you think these Bengals are going to score on every drive and have a perfect game, let's just say, you're sadly mistaken. That's not going to happen, right? It looked nice. It looked good. You got to keep this up. Because it's still a long-ass game. A long-ass game. But as far as right now, it's not looking good. I mean, whenever you spot a team 14 points off break, especially, a good team like the Bengals, is always one of those things where, like, you know, you have to buckle up now.
9 for 9.
It's time to buckle
Six
down.
different receivers and a pair of touchdown tosses. The last one going.
I don't really think Jackson has to do too much. I still think it might make sense for us to, you know, still do the game plan that we were, doing going in. There's no need to break glass just yet. It's way too early for that. But we have to score a touchdown on this drive right here. We have to make it to where it's at least, a one-score game after this drive right here.
Could even imagine you come out and home and you would have run 3 plays to this point. That's it. And find yourself 14 down.
I asked him this question yesterday. I said, we were discussing if you get behind at home, as you see a possible pressure coming from the right side.
Singletary. That's Pratt on him quickly. Gain of about 3. What did he say?
There we go.
I said, how do you handle the mental side? Because what happened last week when he had 3 turnovers really quickly, it allowed Miami to get back in the game. Like I said,
all right, 2nd and 7.
Some aren't. But he came right back when that game was close late and threw
Let's
that
go.
incredible ball.
Yo, we need a power run by Josh just to wake his ass up a little bit. A power run right here would be nice.
Gabriel Davis made that play, but I said, how did you get back?
Let's roll.
And everything? And then we talked about early in the game when you get behind, that's the best attribute of what he's learned in his 4 or 5 years in the NFL.
2nd and 7. It's Cook, rookie rusher out of Georgia. And again, the Bengals are really alert every time the ball gets in the hands of one of the backs or receivers. And
it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game. This weather is going to make this thing extremely fun, man. Interesting. We got guys slipping.
Little slip there, so Cook was not.
Jeez.
Got it. And I mentioned the footing earlier. This is going to be very hard on defenses out here. That's why you don't want to get too far behind for Buffalo, because defensive guys don't know where you're going. So when it's slippery, they want to.
It's going to Diggs.
3rd and 5, looking for the first down. Hendrickson from behind, and the ball is tossed and is picked up.
Nah, it's incomplete.
And will they rule that a fumble or an incompletion? It's Von Bell with the football.
Yeah, it's incomplete.
Just a 3-man rush. This is what happened against Patrick Mahomes last year. People are up in there, but you only rushed 3. But somebody with a great effort, and this time it's Trey Hendrickson.
It's an incomplete pass, just to clarify.
Is that Dawkins?
And Hendrickson comes off the edge, just goes right around Dawkins. And right now, it looks like Cincinnati is absolutely dominating. And they're lucky that's called an incomplete pass a little bit.
Yeah.
I know he's trying.
Well, I think I saw him flick it enough. But Gene Steratore would know more about that. What did you think, Gene?
Yeah, it is a forward pass, and Singletary's in the vicinity, too. Just another strength of Josh Allen.
From the 19, Taylor wiggles and gets past the 30. 9-0 on first down.
Yo, hold on. Offense, what's going on? Team, what is going on? That is not how you want to start a game on offense and defense. Sheesh. This is bad right now. It's bad. We have to figure out some type of way to gain some type of momentum. We just need a little bit of momentum right now, because right now the Bengals have it all. All the momentum is all the way on Cincinnati, 100%. We have to figure this out. Roy says, yo, I guess the defensive game plan is to not cover anyone. Sheesh, man. Yo, Lou, this right here is a great point. They rushed 3 against our O-line and we can't stop them? They rushed 3 and still get to the quarterback. Like, that right there alone is unacceptable. If you're going to get pressure off of 3, and drop 8, okay, yeah, we'll be in trouble then. It'll definitely be a harder game for sure if you can get pressure rushing 3. But I'll say this, though. Anyone who actually thinks the game is over, we still haven't seen activated Josh, right? It might come a lot sooner. It might come, but we still haven't seen that yet. We still haven't seen him do things that were like, ooh, ooh, and ah, right? Yet. Until that happens, then, and they're still stopping us then, now I'm worried. But I'm not worried until I see, you know, that glass broke.
Burrow. That ball in and out of the hands of Wilcox, and all the talk about would he have enough time.
I have to see activated Josh first.
So far.
No, it hasn't been.
Then it's a game.
Read and react coverages that Buffalo's made
Let's
really
go.
difficult on opposing quarterbacks is hurting them in this game because they're all looking at Burrow, and he's using that to his advantage, like moving defenders. Buffalo plays these match zone, match man kind of coverages, and they react. So these guys are all looking at the eyes of the quarterback while trying to cover their guy.
That was the first incompletion for Burrow after 9 for 9.
Hey! Go ahead, Dane!
And deny.
It's time! Let's roll, man! Great defense.
Great job by Dane Jackson.
Turned around perfect, too. Perfect.
This is a great design.
It's time to get hyped now. Let's go. 3rd and 10. Let's roll. Let's go, D.
We saw Jackson, childhood friend and college teammate of Damar Hamlin, make the breakup on the pass play and then give the Hamlin heart sign. 3rd and 10.
False start.
Complete for the first to Irwin, who's been a very good situational player for this team this year. Pick up a 13.
The eyes right here. Joe Burrow's going to hold Edmonds inside. That's why he's a little late. That penalties decline there, but talking about 2 of the best 3rd and long teams, both in the top 5 in the National Football League, and that's why these quarterbacks separate. He just found
that was a big ass first down right there, man.
Just going to go to Higgins. It depends on the coverage and where people are.
Thank you.
They reset the clock. So the offsides call against Buffalo declined, and Cincinnati continues to move the chains, giving the chain gang a workout in this opening quarter with 10 now first downs.
Yo, they got Dane on Chase.
Burrow almost pulled in. That was Boyd trying to reel it in. It was close.
Let's roll.
And I think you're going to see, this is what you're going to find now out of Buffalo. They're going to get up and play man-to-man tight coverage as Taron Johnson does a really good job. You know, he's just one of the more unsung heroes on this.
That was a good-ass pass right there. That was a great pass.
He's stressed about the matchups in the slot. They can play man or zone because of this guy right here. He blitzes. He got beat last week, but he came back, remember, and knocked it out with a perfect play.
Well, Leslie Frazier told us yesterday he considers him to be the best slot corner in the NFL. Here's a 2nd and 10. As Mixon puts it to.
All right, let's roll. It's 3rd and 7.
Held the 3. Now they'll have just their third down of this opening quarter.
Come on, we need to stop him right here. We need to. We need to.
Right here, do you pressure?
Just to gain back a little bit of momentum.
So far in this game, you've gotten.
Come on.
Situationally, but no one's as good at adjusting as Leslie Frazier and Sean McDermott have been this last couple of years.
Let's get to Burrow, fellas. Let's get to Burrow.
With someone right here, Matt Milano, maybe right there, 58.
They've got only 3. They've got pressure on him.
Get to his ass. There we go.
of just staying back a little bit as a spy.
That's exactly right.
Again,
He was sitting there.
the game ain't over,
He
big
was the
fella.
fourth rusher, but he decides not to go.
Now it's time for an offense to wake up.
Waits, and then the vision. As soon as Burrow moves, now he goes and gets him, and you're not getting away from.
Let's go. All pro, big fella. All pro.
Buffalo improves.
It ain't over yet.
They start to learn what you're trying to do. But they do need a score here, I think.
Let's roll.
Final seconds of the first quarter. And Crispin, the first year out of Ohio State. This one bounces.
Beautiful.
20.
Hey, chat. How are we feeling right now, chat? Go ahead and smash that like if you think that right there was a humongous stop. Because the way the Bengals were going, you're like, yo, hold on. 21, that would not be nice. But the fact that we were still able to say, all right, let's buckle down. Let's switch it up. Let's go. He's carving zone. Let's get out of this zone and do man-to-man and boom. Because right now, zone ain't working. Let's do blitz and man-to-man and let's see what the hell happens, man. So let's see. Offense. Dorsey. I'm not one to criticize the offensive coordinator. I'm not one of those. I'll leave that to you guys, right? But I will say this. Josh Allen power run, just one of them. He just needs one. He needs to truck one person. That's it. He needs to feel something in his favor right now in order to calm his ass down, and then after that, he'll start cooking. But a nice power run, I need to see that right now. I need it. But it's like I said, it's still early. It's the first quarter. Come on. We've seen slow starts many a times this season. Many a times. And came back and won by double digits even after slow starts. Again, I'm not worried that we're gonna, do something. I'm just worried that we're playing the Bengals in the weather. It might get a little ugly. So we have to keep it close just for that.
You recharge.
Yeah, Don says, yes, it's only one quarter, but I don't like it. Not one first down yet. I mean, it's true. It's definitely facts. But we only had 2 possessions, right? So it's like, all right, first quarter, the game plan, whatever the game plan was, all right, we might have to scratch a little bit. It might not be as successful. But, again, to think that we're not going to move the ball, that right there is not going to happen, right? We're going to move the ball. It's just, are we able to keep it close until we wake up? And that's it. A touchdown right here would be beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, Chris says, yo, man, they can't run because they slip and can't throw because he has no time. And that's why I'm saying we have to keep it close for that, just in case it gets to a point where we can't play at our best because of the weather, then at least it's close and we might be able to figure out ways to, So it's big time.
With the ball. Start the second quarter. The 2nd and 13 after they just sat down. The last play of the first. Fires it in there for
Boom.
a first down, their first of the game.
There we go. Even after a sack. he's still gonna try and make a play. Let's roll.
You're going to see a deep curl route. You see Cole Beasley coming back. He's going to get a lot of time today. I think they're about to get into a drop back game.
Yep, let's roll.
Really going no huddle.
That's all Josh needed right there. Come on.
Motion him down. Come on down, Cole.
Play action. Take him off with it. Allen.
There we go. Again, I like when Josh takes a couple hits like that early. Even he says, I kind of need that. I need that to kind of, settle me down a little bit.
I thought it was going to be a motion into another drop back, but it's an RPO.
Let's roll.
But he uses his legs.
I'll run right here with Cook. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. For rushing. Pass diving attempt for the reception.
There we go.
Made by Gabe Davis.
Let's go.
The first down right at the 50. Gain of 9.
This is really well done. Josh Allen, go ahead and pause that. Boom. He looked to the left, and that moves everyone's eyes over there so he can find that window. He creates it. You're going to have a hard time playing
beautiful
today against these quarterbacks because
all right, let's go. 1st and 10.
The leverage, the footing on the field, Jim. Once you look and start moving your body weight one way, you can't recover.
Hendricks and Hubbard both out for this snap, and it's a toss to Diggs. Here they come back in, 91-94. 7 yards on the catch by Diggs.
91-94 create a lot of issues. Sam Hubbard had a great season this year. He's a Swiss Army knife for them. He'll spy. He'll pressure the quarterback. He'll drop. And Hendrickson, high motor. On your bottom of your screen.
2nd and 3. Here's Beasley. First down.
There we go. Again, we can make it look just as easy. We can make it look just as easy. It's just a matter of time.
And this is creating a little bit of an issue.
That's why that defensive stop was so big, because we don't want it to where it's like it's too late. So let's go. It's 1st and 10.
Hendrickson, one of those coming after him. And there's the throw out of bounds.
Jeez, man. This pressure. Come on.
Hamlin family up in one of the suites a moment ago. And for more, let's go to Tracy.
Jim DeMar Hamlin returned to the facility this week. Sean McDermott telling us it was so good to have him around. He told us it's baby steps right now. It's all completely up to Hamlin, how involved he wants to be every day. A spokesperson close to the family said despite being out of the hospital, he still has a lengthy recovery. He requires oxygen and he has his heart rate monitored regularly, but he is upbeat, he's positive, and I was told he has a big smile on his face.
Well, that smile will get a little
there we go. Nice run, Cook. Nice run.
The end zone after this 14-point deficit at the start. It's just so great to have.
All right, 3rd and 2.
100%.
I mean, knowing McDermott, he's going to go for it anyway. So we got 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Today, what a reward and gift to have. Everyone was rooting for him across the world, honestly.
The Bengals yesterday, when we met with them yesterday, they all said they hoped he would be here.
It's crazy how it brings people together, just real life.
3rd and 2. There's Cook. Oh, he knew he needed to get a little
a quarterback sneak. We already know that's going to be the damn play call. Let's roll.
Clogging up that area right down the first down yardage.
I mean, Buffalo finally starting to run the football. Before them, these last 2.
We already know there's only one. There's one play call right here. One.
I think this is what both teams need to do. They need to run the football. Everyone's preparing so much.
Well, they're going for
There's one play call. Let's roll.
Singletary comes back in.
Motion, give it to him quickly, or quarterback sneak it right away.
Josh is 10 out of 11 on the year on 3rd and 1.
There you go.
11 out of 12. Got enough for the first down.
That's what teams have gotten so smart over the years. Now, all of a sudden, if you're going to quarterback sneak it, you have another play. So if they get everyone in there, you can hand it off on a motion. But
I don't know why, but I'm feeling a touchdown right here. I'm feeling a touchdown right here. On 1st down, let's go ahead and make that play right now. A nice little play just to wake everybody up and let everybody know, dog, we still here.
I knew you were going there. Spencer Brown was the one.
Let's roll.
the new statistical category. First and 10. Watch out.
Oh.
Putting pressure on it, but he's able
Look at
to
that.
weed through it. Pick up about 4 or 5. The ball came out. After he hit the ground, what are they going to rule here?
Gosh, we got to stop with these fumbles, big fella.
Out as well.
Holding number 71. Offense, 10-yard penalty. First down.
Called on Ryan Bates. They have been putting pressure on him. They got into him once, almost had him a second time.
But watch there, that's the hold. But look at the swim move by Reeder right there, coming flying in. I don't know about the call holding right there. That's the call. That's a flop if I've seen it. But you're going to get called for it at the point of attack. But right now, this defensive line is dominating the Buffalo
Let's
Bills
go.
defensive line. We thought coming into this game it might be the other way.
Yeah.
But no, this Reeder,
Let's go.
He's had an outstanding year. Hubbard, Hendrickson, this is a formidable front. That's why they only have to rush 3 guys sometimes.
And B.J. Hill, who you thought was acting a little bit on that one. Here's the first and 10.
All right, come on.
5. This drive has now reached 5 minutes long.
Oh, it's second quarter. My bad, fellas.
Anytime you want in this game. 5 yards.
My bad, everyone. Let's go. Come on.
Inside the NFL, the show the pros watch, Tuesdays, streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Second and 16. From the 27. Little shoulder fake and goes to the right side to an open.
Bam, boy. Let's roll, big fella. It's just a matter of time. Let me get that power run from Allen right here. First down would be a beautiful spot to call a power run with Allen, big fella. Just let me see it.
Quarterback is going to go ahead and have a little bit of time as Allen stands in.
Let's roll.
As a huge throw. Keep Buffalo's playoff hopes alive.
Here it is.
If they didn't get points on this drive, Jim, this would have been a tall task. Truly.
Let's roll.
That was Hill who knocked him down. Allen back under center from the 4. First and goal. Quickly on Singletary, who fights just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You're so impressed with Cincinnati this year. I mean, they tackle as well as any football team. They keep leverage as well as any football team. It reminded me all those years we were going up to New England and we'd watch how everyone kept their leverage perfectly. You know, you're guarding a guy, you have help on the inside, you're guarding him on the outside shoulder, you keep your weight distribution correct, and then you tackle him, you form tackle him, you keep the cup where you surround the ball carrier. That's exactly what this team does. Fundamentals.
Second and goal.
There it is.
Allen's taking off with it, but he's not going to take off.
See what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Let's roll, big fella. Let's roll. Do it again.
2 defensive linemen with him, at least 2, one of whom was Carter. Supo was another. Got about a yard within payday.
Well, he gets inside, and by the end, he gets pushed all the way, but they're going to use his legs in the red zone. You know that. In big games, they always do that, but just the strength.
And Morse and
a little
Brown.
help with Saffold, guys helping out there, but
Let's do it again.
was there a big third?
Let's do it again.
3rd and 1 from a goal line last week
Yep.
for any of these teams? Cincinnati did good last time.
There's
What I say? At the end of the day, he gonna take over, big fella. Move out the damn way.
You want a rivalry?
Shot time.
To develop that right away about the Bills and
I'm
the
amped right now. You know, at some point, he's going to take over, big fella.
decade over and over again. These games are huge.
God, that right there, it hit different. It felt different. This playoffs right here. Do it what works. Allen, you do it. Move over, Allen. You do it.
Reaction to that touchdown. Standing and applauding. Is Josh Allen, who had 7 rush touchdowns during the regular season, gets one here. They take a drive that goes over a half quarter long.
Shot time.
7 minutes.
Josh Allen, huge shout out to you, big fella. Golly, that was big. Much needed. Jim, 4 quarters. It's a game now. It's definitely a game. And the crowd got back in it. Exactly. Now, Chris, this right here is interesting because what he just did, it looks like he broke the glass, right? I don't want the glass to be broke so early in the game because we know he can't turn it off. But if that's the case, hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. If this game is if the glass is already broke, it's on. It's on. It's on. Eric Brewer says, now I can take a shot of Gentleman Jack. Yo, everyone, go ahead and smash that like on this video right here. I will appreciate that. Having that first score in the game in general, it calms everybody down and let everyone know, hey, we have a game. Defense, you figured something out on the last drive. Let's keep on doing that. Man and pressure. Fine. Offense, Josh, is the glass broke yet or no? No? All right, fine. But we still know he can break it if he wants to. He did it right there, somewhat. He gave you a taste. Just a little bit of taste. We shall see. Now it's all about defense. So let's do it, baby. Huge shout out to everyone watching right now. We have 500 people in here. Shout out to every single last one of you guys. All right, let's make sure we're good.
Well,
All right, here we go.
Converted on sneaks on a 4th and 1, and then 3rd and 1 away from the goal line. Also,
Eric says Josh is activated. He's activated already. He's activated. Now, if we struggle on offense with Josh being activated, again, I'm not 100% sure he's activated. I need to see the next drive to really know for a fact. But if he is activated and we struggle, now I'm worried. You know what I mean? Because there's no other level, right? We all know Josh has a second gear, so now it's all right. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Hey, Bengals, we saw your hand. You showed your hand. Now it's on us to stop it. Let's roll.
More than $400,000 to Andy Dalton's charity. Then after DeMar Hamlin collapsed on the field, Bengals fans
let's roll.
Vigils and thousands of dollars to DeMar's foundation. The respect these two franchises have for each other is evident, but obviously on hold today, Jay.
Yeah, you're right, but that's awesome to see. And let's not forget, too, Andy Dalton wrote a healthy check, too, just in the last few weeks. Great show of sportsmanship between these cities and franchises as P-Line takes it for 4 yards.
You see
let's roll.
Burrow right there, just quickly getting through progressions. That's really the development. He knows football. It's such a high level for a
It
guy
was literally
this young and
a screenplay, Romo.
just his
Just saying.
Information and get through it.
It's 2nd and 6. Come on.
And then they asked him the championship window. How long is this championship window open over for? Burrow says, as long as I'm playing football, my whole career is the championship window.
Yeah, that's the way he thinks. You know that. It's got to be true, too. 2nd and 6. It goes to first, and they'll mark him for the first down.
And I agree with him. He's really come on and impressed me. As you see Hayden Hurst, who's got some rare abilities, too. Plays well inside, outside, does a lot for them.
Everybody tries to come up with some sort of Joe Burrow is someone else. Even the Joe Cool moniker is a spin.
All right, come on.
Same moniker for Joe Montana.
Let's go, D.
He has this laser focus. He told us in one of our meetings this year, I'm always chasing perfection. You can see it.
No question. I mean, he's likable when you're around him, right? He's not. There's game day Joe, though. That's the different one. This is game day Joe.
On first down. That's Mixon. And the running the ball effectively.
Yeah, that can't happen right there.
We got an injury update from Tracy.
Well, Jim, the Bengals, as we know,
That right there
without
can't
their
happen.
starting offensive lineman, Ted Karras right now really struggling. The anchor of this line hurt that right knee on the last drive. They put a brace on it. He was trying to do some lateral movement on the side. He was definitely wincing in pain. He's fighting through it, but it is evident.
Yo, we have to get pressure, man. We have to get pressure, dog.
Right through the line.
Jeez.
With Collins a couple of weeks ago, Kappa, Williams all out. Here's first and 10, going deep, and Chase had 2 Bill defenders in the area, including Dane Jackson.
This was a big-time route right here. Watch this. He's going to go up, makes you feel something, then just runs right by you as if it's not even, as if you're not even guarding him. Dane Jackson there didn't have a chance.
We haven't seen that deep ball nearly as much for Chase this year. His average per catch is down this year, about 6 yards per catch from his rookie year when he was the offensive rookie of the year.
Well, everyone was playing single high, man-to-man, and trying to figure out kind of double team once in a while. Now everyone's playing 2 high safeties. As you see right here, Buffalo's doing the same thing. When you put both these safeties.
All right, 2nd and 10. Let's roll.
You're not going to get as many deep balls.
2nd and 10, right in the middle of the field. It's Hurst. Somersaulting to the 35 as Marlowe makes the tackle, but that's 19 more for the Bengals.
Yeah, man, the issue that we have right now is that we just can't get pressure on Burrow.
Pause that.
We cannot get pressure on Burrow.
Well, he's looking left, and he's just holding the inside backers. He doesn't throw the ball outside on those go routes to Chase like you talked about. Numbers being down. He goes inside, and that's the evolution. Joe Burrow has learned where to go with the ball more consistently for how teams defend him.
First down play action. And it goes to Wilcox. And Ed Oliver comes back to make the tackle, but that's 8 more for Cincinnati.
This is an outstanding.
It's going to be a run right here, 2nd and 2.
Thrown from a phone booth, checking it down. That should have been a sack or a throwaway. And for him to get 8 yards out of that, that keeps your team in phase.
He has already connected with 8 different receivers.
Yeah, man, Burrow is definitely cooking right now.
I mean, if he retired
He's
right
definitely
now,
cooking.
He would literally lead the NFL history for completion percentage
All time.
It's like
It's a running play, fellas.
2nd and 2. It's P. Ryan. And again, he got a good 4 or 5 yards before anyone put a hand on him, and a first down at the 20.
This is what happens sometimes. Backup offensive linemen have one thing in common sometimes. They don't mind, they're still big. Most of the time they're bigger than D linemen. So when backup offensive linemen come in, you can technically still run the ball. And I think you're seeing that straight with some of these guys. I mean, Sharping, Denijay, these guys have played before.
Yeah, Sharping was a 2nd-round pick into the league with the Texans. Had 33 starts in Houston. 1st and 10. And Burrow saw
That was a good blitz.
pressure coming from
Let's roll.
Vanessa. Takes the incompletion. We got the Verizon halftime report coming up shortly with JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. All the latest NFL news and highlights from the first half here coming up with the Verizon halftime report.
All right, 2nd and 10. Let's go, D.
So far, Cincinnati has finished off drives and have gotten closer.
Yep,
Let's go, D.
4. The first 2 went for touchdowns.
Which is surprising because Buffalo's number 2 in the NFL in red zone defense. We'll see if they can live up to that here.
2nd and 10. It's Mixon.
It is
breaking outside and tripped up.
There we go.
Jackson.
All right, 3rd down. Come on.
Including a great pass to
3rd down. Come on, D.
the Bengals, the only time they failed to score.
Yeah, and that's what this defense does. These corners, they tackle. And not everyone's looking for that, and not everyone wants to do it, but this team really does that. And you see that on Dane Jackson, Taron Johnson, everyone. A huge play right here, Jim.
3rd and 4.
Got to get pressure on Burrow. Get pressure on Burrow.
And timeout called by Cincinnati.
All right, timeout. Yeah, I mean, we got to get pressure on Burrow. We have to.
Insurance.
Why is he looking at?
Yo, Kendrick, how big would that be right now? That would be huge, man.
Because we don't have a cast.
That would be huge. This is a huge third down right here. Huge third down.
Challenge saving money when you bundle home
And we
home
get the ball
Progressive.
come out of half too. So
Yeah, that does look like me.
this is a
That's
huge
because it
third
is
down.
You.
Come on.
When we were talking to Joe last
Let's
night,
roll.
he was talking about these third down plays in the red zone as 4-point plays. The difference with a touchdown and settling for a field goal.
Well, he's going to need something right here because everyone's up in the line. Your back's going to have to stand up. He's calling out the protection.
It's
Do
one-on-one
this,
up top.
you know what to do. Throw it right away.
He does. Chase. It's Chase and Edmonds.
Like, I don't understand what that thought process was. We just gave them the first down right
He's
there,
gonna
though.
be able to make the
We just gave it to him.
before anybody can get him. Get the first down, first and goal.
It's a numbers game
That's
right
it.
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You only got 5 linemen and 1 back. You only got 6. Ball's got to come out right away. So you pick your top offensive weapon and throw him the ball very quickly, and he'll get the first down for you. Well done right there by Burrow.
Tre'Davious White, so respected, was the corner on the coverage. But here's a first and goal from the 6. Toss. Nixon. Give him 1. White makes the tackle that time. You're watching
All right, 2-minute warning.
the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit.
Yeah, this right here is not looking too good, man. Having them score right before the half, hopefully we can figure out a way to stop them right there, man. But the way the Bengals are playing, it looks like it might be a given. It might be a given right now. Let's see how this defense holds up. Yeah, Courtney says, yo, it's the play calling, y'all. It's the play calling. So Thomas Sweeney says 13 seconds. Nobody took responsibility for it. Interesting. Brian Day says, is zero pressure. And to be honest, Brian, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's zero pressure, man. Zero. LT says, you know, Frazier has his defense playing zone in the snow. It's interesting, man. It's definitely interesting. The big drive right here. I know that's for sure. A huge drive. What's going on, Joey? He says, yo, man, can't get to Burrow for nothing. Like, for nothing? All this talk about the offensive line being some trash and they're losing all these players and this and that and the third. And we still can't figure out a way to get to Burrow.
What a beautiful, triumphant story that
Let's go.
galvanized this entire nation and well beyond the football universe.
It's third.
It's a third and goal coming up.
It's third and goal.
Cincinnati.
Let's roll.
He would always use that heart with his team way before his whole career there.
It's false start.
And they stopped the play with a flag.
False start.
Finally called it.
79.
That's the third time. Let's roll.
5-yard penalty.
And you can tell when this thing
Let's go.
gets loud in here, some of the loudest areas are down inside those 10-yard lines for an opposing team, and you're trying to figure out the snap count right there. And it was very small.
Yeah,
Let's go.
It wasn't much. Maybe just a little bit early for Carmen, the left tackle. That's the first flag of the game on Cincinnati.
You can feel the nervousness right now. A lot of quarterbacks would feel that.
It's one-on-one to Dane on the bottom.
Case of nerves very often in big games.
3rd and goal to the end zone. Chase, touchdown. What a catch.
Golly,
That's
dog.
exactly what we talked about, Jim. These two guys right here, I mean, they're in rare territory. 23-year-old Chase doing stuff no one's done since Randy Moss as a quarterback. They're going to be doing this for 10, 15 more years, and that ball was perfectly thrown.
Yeah, he got it.
And
I said, what a
in the only
catch.
spot,
What a pass.
it was a perfect ball and a perfect catch. Back shouldered, high, pointed. Your guy catches it or no one. That's
Sheesh.
a double team, and it doesn't matter. These two are going to be incredible for such a long time.
2nd touchdown of the game for Jamar Chase. Burrow
Yeah, that was
with
big
3.
right there. That's a
First
big
half
ass touchdown for the
passes.
Bengals.
They're going to review it.
Huge play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're looking at the ball.
It's bobbling. It's bobbling the whole time.
Gene, you're the one that has the trained eye. What do you see?
Well, the feet are really good, as we've seen, and I think what we're looking for right now is the football, and does he have firm control? The ball does move, but as he's backpedaling, he still has to have that firm control, right, with 2 feet in bounds.
It's bobbling. I'm just saying it's bobbling.
This is very difficult because
It's
the ball's gonna
bobbling.
move right here.
But I don't think it's one of those
Milano
things where you
reached
can
in and
overturn it, though.
pushed it, so the
Honestly.
ball is not technically grasped fully yet. Here we go. Watch right here, Gene.
He got the
He
feet,
moves the ball in his hand for him. Okay.
but
But
it's
see how
bobbling.
Still spinning there?
Yeah, it's bobbling.
That's where the concern
And
is
it's
for me.
super. Oh, no. I saw it right then.
That looks
It's
like a catch.
100% incomplete. At the very, very end, it's bobbled right there.
That's the toughest part.
And then he hits the, and it bobbled right there. Yep.
2 guys. If Jamar Chase firmly possesses that football initially, then
Ah!
the ball becomes
100% incomplete.
because he doesn't appear in my opinion,
100%
to have firm control of that football.
incomplete.
He's got to secure that ball. I feel that the ball continuously
Yeah.
goes throughout
Bang!
in my
Go ahead
opinion,
and
the
take that
return
damn
was incomplete as a result.
score back. Let's go, big fella.
4-point play right here.
Yeah.
This is
100%
He moves it.
incomplete.
Control
Right there.
So this is the part right here.
It's
Gene.
right
Let's
there.
Talk about this. Go back to when he catches this
Yep,
ball.
right
After
there.
review, the receiver lost control.
Bow! Let's roll, big fella. Yes, sir. Boy, let's go. All pro. Hell up out of here, boy.
Calls it right there. So at that point, he's going to create possession again, but his feet are going to be right out. And by the time he does
Right
that,
there. Bam.
I think it's the correct call. Good
Let's
job,
go.
Gene. You were dead on it.
Let's go.
So they have to go field goal.
And now miss this field goal right here just to set it off just right.
15 for 50.
Set it off just right.
Career.
Set it off just right. It just makes sense.
It's Tennessee and Kansas City that sent them to the Super Bowl. This from 28. McPherson's kick is good.
Woo. All right.
For a second, though, it sure looked
Okay.
like a touchdown.
Chat. How we feeling? That right there was big just by itself. And that's where the weather sometimes, hey, it is what it is. Rusty Productions, what's going on? It's sad Milano the only one who gives a damn on defense. I think Edmonds is having a very, very solid game as well. But it just seems like we're not getting pressure on Burrow. He's not feeling any type of pressure inside, from the outside. It just seems as if he's extremely comfortable back there. We need to fix that. We need to figure that part of the game out. If not, it's going to be a long game, right? It'll be one of those shootout type games. But yeah, this drive right here, a touchdown before the half, knowing we get the ball after half, would be enormous right now. Enormous. And that's the mindset we have to have right now. We need a touchdown on this drive right here. Ryan C says this was a turning point in the game. You can feel it. You can definitely feel something. But like I said, this drive right here is the drive of the first half. It will eliminate all of the bad in the first half if we can get a touchdown on this drive right here. Because at the end of the day, remember who we have. We can't forget that. We can't forget that. Remember who we have. I'm trying to get that hashtag going on Twitter. Remember who we have. Hit that. Let's flood that all over Twitter, as a matter of fact. Loving it. Let's roll. Yes, sir. What's going on? He says, look at my earlier post. I predicted 14-7, 17-7, 17-14, and then come out 21-17. Yeah, a little faith, big fella. Listen, you don't got to convince me, right? I'm all the way in. I'm all the way in. So, but this drive right here is huge.
Here's Hines.
Let's go, Hines.
Quickly again to about the 20.
Let me hit that refresh room. Make sure I'm as close to y'all as possible.
It was the right call because Chase just didn't secure it on the front end quickly enough to then let that movement be kind of movement with control.
I'm not sure if you're a Bengal fan, you think that's the right call. And if you're a Bill fan, you think
Tony, when you're a ref, half of everybody doesn't like anything that.
All right, let's go.
Well, that's also if you're
First and 10 with 1:43 left in the second half. In the second quarter. Let's go.
Gene, for what it's worth, I would say well more than half the crew here likes you.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe.
Maybe, Gene. Maybe.
Let's go.
There's not.
I mean, half is a lot, Jim.
I'm being generous.
He's the best guy.
And then 5 yards. Pass play to Dawson Knox.
And this is where it's going to be troublesome for Cincinnati because the explosiveness, the drop back game, Josh Allen's,
We need a rush by Allen right here, man.
He can use his legs. And he can create big plays.
Second and 5.
Ooh, nice tip. Nice tip.
At the line of scrimmage, and it's already third down. Again, we got Verizon halftime report coming up. There's the Bengal legend right there. Left hand will take the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Boomer and JP, Phil, Nate, and Coach Coward. Highlights from the first half on the Verizon halftime report. Now try not to give the football right back to Cincinnati.
This is a monster play right here. I mean, I'd come after him.
Complete for the first.
You can't get that back. You're possible down 10, and you have to punt that back. You have to assume Cincinnati's going to go down, especially with the way they've been playing in this first half and score. So this was a huge play, and he goes to Knox, who's had a great run here. 6, 7 games in a row, touchdowns.
Well, it's 5. Maybe you're.
Let's go.
Maybe
Another big play right here.
Later on, I don't know, but
Remember who we have.
Which is a Bills team record. Look at that catch. Oh, my goodness. There's your big.
Wow. Remember who we have. And double. Yo, James. He broke the glass. The glass is already broke. He's going double coverage on the money. Remember who we have. Hashtag that right now on Twitter. Remember who we have. Let's go again. Tipped. Let's roll. It's all good. It's all good. He's activated. You see him smiling?
You know, it's a tip ball.
You see him.
Miami came
He's
back
activated.
Buffalo. They gave up some
He's
stuff, but they
activated.
also
He
had a lot of
knows
success.
how
He's
important
doing that
we
forever.
have to score on this drive right now. He knows it. He knows it.
Knocked the ball out of the hands
Let's roll.
last week of Huntley that led to the Hubbard near 100-yard run back, longest in postseason history.
Put him up in there because both backers are in there.
2nd and 10. Little sidearm sling. Was in the air for a while. Milton was trying to get after it off the hands of Singletary. And with the feel like this, 3rd and 10 on the way, Jay Bailey, what are you thinking as far as the kickers?
You know, I think they need to get a little bit more yards. You want to get to about the 35, 6 more yards to be on the edge of field goal range. You know, when
Again, remember who we have. We know for a fact he's going for the sticks. That's number one. Number two is if he doesn't go for the sticks, it's because he's running the ball. One of those two things are happening right now. He's going for the sticks. Let's roll.
Postseason history here.
Move. Out my way. Yep. Got him.
Going to throw on the run toward the end zone and incomplete.
A flag on who?
Diggs was down there.
This will be a hold on the Bills, which means you're going to have a really tough call.
Ooh. Number 73.
This is huge.
Penalties declined. Results of the play, 4th down.
This you might go for it on 4th and 10 here.
There's no way in hell you go for it right here, man. You have to punt it, man.
3rd and 20. Do you punt? Oh, it's a tough call.
They bring out Sam.
You have to punt it.
Fans want him to go for it.
Nah, there's no way you can go for it. There's zero chance you go for it here. Zero chance.
Right call.
Sheesh.
I'm tempted to.
Golly, that was a big ass drive right there, man.
And at least see what coverage. See if I can draw him off sides, Jim, and try and get 5 yards. If I don't, I take the penalty 5 yards back and then punt.
Here it comes. End over end. Remember, the Bengals will have 2 timeouts, and fair catch made by Taylor near the 10. We'll get the ball back. 40 seconds to go.
Golly, that was a big drive right there. We needed that drive right there. Sheesh. Jim says, yo, man, Dawkins is mad. Or I'm sorry. He says, Dawkins, man, big soft. Big soft. He's not having his best game for sure. You know, Singletary drop is on Allen. It's always hard to say that a receiver or a person who has their hands on the ball, it being on the quarterback, right? At the end of the day, man, if your hands on the ball, you got to catch it. Period. Period. Life with ASAP says Dawkins is getting his lunch ate right now. He's not having a good game. For sure, he's not having a good game. And now defense has to make sure they get 0 points here in 40 seconds. 0 points because the Bengals have, 2 timeouts? You know they're going to try to go for a shot most likely on the first play. And if that works, they might, go ahead and do their offense. But, yeah, we have to watch out for that first play right now. And hope that, they won't complete anything big. Let's go, D. And that was a big drive right there, man. I mean, to have no points, that's big.
On the Thursday night before Super Bowl 57, the NFL's brightest stars will be recognized for the best plays and moments from the season. Tune into NFL Honors Thursday, February 9th, 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC and NFL Network.
All right,
All
let's
right,
roll.
what do you do here? How aggressive do you go?
They're probably
after
going to go
Cincinnati?
deep on the first
Gotta be
play.
a little aggressive, so it's safe aggressive. So it's a draw, it's a screen, it's a quick, but you got to get a first down. If you don't, you're giving points to Buffalo.
So out of the gun, goes back, sets up the screen.
Screen.
Ryan runs into one of his linemen and gets near
Like,
the
come
first
on,
down.
man.
He collided with Sharping.
Let's
That
roll.
got him out of a little bit of a jam. Went out of bounds to stop the clock.
And it'll be a first down. It's a perfect
And they
play
stopped the
call.
clock.
Buffalo,
Golly.
you think could be a little bit more prepared for that one. That's one of those, you know, we spy a quarterback. I think sometimes when teams you really expect a screen, I almost spy the screen, right? We're spying that guy with one of the D linemen. He's rushing, but he's really going to grab that running back if all of a sudden he feels the screen.
Now first down with 30 seconds. Another screen and tackled after a gain of about 5. Clock stops.
All right, second and
Timeout
5
by the Bengals.
with
Yeah, that
26
first
seconds
first
left.
down caused
Timeout.
it to where
Ah.
you take this down. Now you still don't want to necessarily.
You know, they're going to at least try one big play. They kind of have to
The
at this point, right?
likelihood of you getting points
So we just got to,
is less likely,
you know, be mindful of that.
than
They're going to
two
try
incomplete
at least
passes,
one
I would
right
say.
here,
So it's almost one of those where
which
let's
I'll probably
get a draw. Let's do one more. And as soon
I'll
as
probably
we
think they're
get
going to do it
close
right
to
here.
the-
Is actually
we get a
in
first
second and
down,
5.
We take a timeout. We get very aggressive.
Let's see.
Then.
Already more yardage than they had against the Ravens last Sunday night.
Yeah.
And the Ravens only gave them 51 yards on the ground. Cincinnati is 69 today.
I'd be aggressive here. I'd take it back. Jim, honestly, I'm throwing a
Let's roll.
I'm throwing it into the middle of the field.
We got to get
This
to
is your
Burrow.
best chance
We
right
got to
here
get
a
to him.
soft
Come on.
zone and get something down the field.
Burrow flicks it. Ryan with the first down. I got another timeout called, and that's it for Cincinnati.
And Burrow's eyes just creating havoc for Buffalo, getting people open. And Zach Taylor's done a wonderful job since he's been there. And the patience of Mike Brown allowing them to see what Zach Taylor, his vision has been for this football team. But it's been very impressive. And now he's built himself a juggernaut that's going to be there with Buffalo and Kansas City for years to come.
Taylor walked out of our meeting last night. We both said, man, that is quiet confidence right there.
Well, they've been the underdog for so long, right? Even me, in some ways, I was like, you know, I got to see it a little more because I've seen it with Buffalo. I've seen it with them.
Let's go,
But I'm
D.
telling you, Burrow, Zach Taylor, Chase, these guys, they're for real. And I'm so impressed with what they've done. I'm a believer.
Callahan as well. And this is going to be Burrow taking off again. They don't
Look
have
at
a
that.
timeout. And that probably
Block it
Yeah,
quickly. You gotta
it's
get
over.
back as fast as you can. Try and get it with 5 or 4.
They can't clock it, can they?
Throw a Hail Mary. You clock it with
Yeah, they
4,
can.
you get thrown it out of bounds, and now you got to take the Hail Mary shot. That 5 or 4 seconds is huge because you could throw another like 5 to 8 yard out quickly.
Well, he's got a couple of good receivers to go for the Hail Mary.
All right, everybody
He's
go
got the
deep.
size of a guy like T. Higgins. We were actually talking to T last night about what we called 50-50 balls that are thrown in his direction with his size. And he said, no, those are 80-20.
Yeah, and they
So
are.
This might be one of those 80-20s coming up.
Well, sometimes, you know, if there was 6 seconds here, you could throw to the sideline, right? This should be a Hail Mary. They should not be playing sideline defense.
Well, look at who's running back, including Gabe Davis to the goal line. Gabe Davis is standing actually 8 yards deep in the end zone. There he is.
Yeah, this is where you had. You remember the Gronk one way back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Get his ass on the ground.
Like a kickoff return or a punt return.
They've got 4 defenders inside the 10, plus a 5th, Gabe, standing at the goal line. They reset the play clock.
He's back there because the Hail Mary. You want your guy who can jump up, leap, has good vision on the ball, can high point. Hard part is getting it off.
They got away from the rush, then he's able to launch it deep. And Gabe Davis.
And he's to make an awkward swipe at it and show no athleticism.
It's 17-7. First half was not pretty whatsoever. Of course, there were times in that first half where, you know, we showed promise. on offense and defense. Defense has been bad. Zero pressure on Burrow is not a recipe for success. We need to get pressure on Burrow. That's first and foremost. Figure out a way to get pressure on Burrow. Number two, we need to use Josh and his legs a little bit more, just a little bit more. Again, it's my opinion. I feel like, right now, it's one of those games to where, because again, like we have a get open type offense. It's not an offense where like it's all about, precision, it's all about timing. It's I'm waiting for you to get open and then I'm throwing you the ball. Right? So, whenever the situations, are like it is right now, a lot of times it's easier for, offense like that, but I would rather it get a little bit more rugged, but with Josh Allen and his legs. And let's just see what happens. And my man Stefan says, yo, man, you read the Twitch or YouTube chat? I get all of them here, Stefan. I get all of them. Anthony says, yo, I would love to have Von Miller right now, right? A time where we need pass rush. The issue we had last year was the fact that we were not able to close. We were not able to get to that quarterback and bring him down. Hence why we brought in Von Miller. So not having him is big, but we knew that going into the game. We just got to, again, we are a second half team in general. And, apparently so are the Bengals. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this game, shakes out. We're only down 10. It's, again, a lot of game left. We can put up 30 and a half. So, again, we have to figure out a way to get Burrow on the ground. All right? But look, it's halftime. I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick. Make sure you smash that like just really fast and try to get this thing up to at least, 500 likes. And yeah, I'll be right back. But listen, I need some bold predictions of what's going to go down in the second half. And let's just go from there, man. Hopefully we can find a way. And that's it. I'll be right back. Buffalo Fanatics, what is going on? We're back. The second half is about to start. I know many fans are nervous. Bills fans right now are nervous. Because that was a pretty bad half on both sides of the football. If we're being real about it. We stopped the Bengals once. Offense. It's like we're not exactly sure, what to do right now. It's a little shaky. But with all that, it's hard for me to think that we're going to have two halves that look the exact same. I personally don't think, without turnovers, of course, I personally don't think on offense you can have a worst half. And on defense, like I said, you only stopped them once the entire game and then got lucky with a bobble, touchdown by Chase. But with all that said, it doesn't matter. We're down by 10 and we get the ball back first. This drive right here is probably the biggest drive of the game. When I talk about, momentum drives, this is one of them. Because we have to score right here. We have to. Because then it'll bring back momentum, and then if we stop them, boom, we take the lead. On the flip side, if we don't score right there and then they score, it might be extremely hard to come back from that. Good job, Hines. So this drive right here is the biggest drive of the game. At the end of the day, we have to score before they score. Period.
We need to get pressure on Joe Burrow offensively. They need to get into their own rhythm. Now, I can tell you, Damar Hamlin did come down from the box. He went into the locker room. I'm sure he had words for the team. We'll see if it provides a spark.
Let's go, offense.
They did have that one drive in the first half, touchdown drive that took 7:35 off the clock and ended with a score, one score they had.
I like it. I like it. A quick 4 yards. Let's roll. I like it.
Guys into a spot that was like inhuman.
Here you see the numbers in the first half. I mean, Burrow thought he had a third touchdown, and that was called back off the review, but still complete 66%, 186 yards total in these conditions.
You got to run the football. If I'm Buffalo, I mean, look at this. These are white boxes. So they're getting to the right.
It's going to Davis.
He wants to come in here.
It's going to Davis.
If not,
hey, good job. Good job. Let's roll, man.
More balance right now out of Cincinnati.
Again, we're good. If you play zone, all right, good luck. Good luck.
You've got to get back. You got to run a little bit. I know Josh Allen has to have the ball in his hands, but you got to get this team, Cincinnati, to at least respect it a little bit.
Dixon had a quiet game in last year's divisional game.
There we go.
This one.
All good. That's what I'm saying. If on first down we can get 4 to 5 yards, that's solid. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Takes a lot of the pressure off the quarterback and the coordinator.
Go ahead and smash that like I feel good about this drive.
I just feel like right now they're making it very difficult because you're seeing a lot of different stuff. Ken Dorsey right there had a great year.
Look at Dorsey. He's locked in. He's locked in. All right, boom. I got the next play.
His stats are almost
got
identical. Like literally, same completion percentage, yards. It's nuts.
There we go. My guy, RB1, big fella. You never have to worry about RB1 not being productive. He might not give you the flash breakout play like Cook can do. But at least you know he's going to be productive. If it's short yardage, man, look, if it's anywhere between, 5 to 15, give it to Motor every single time. He'll give you that.
Biggest thing for Josh Allen is
that's why I've always been a fan of Motor. That's why. A lot of people want to see the flash, and I respect it. It looks good to have that, 60-yard run or that explosive play.
of this team and him.
But I think a lot of people take
It was just about
having a
never making turnover,
professional
like,
running
protect
back,
the ball and take a sack every time. So it's not true.
for granted.
Playmakers. Josh
Like, you have to respect those ones that okay, we need a nice, 3-4 yards here back. You feel good about it. Let's roll.
Record, there's no turnover so far in this game from either side.
And that's the thing. If you said, hey, Josh Allen in the third quarter has never turned the ball over, you think they'd be winning by 10.
Yeah.
No, you got to make plays. You still have to trust your instincts and let it go.
On first down.
Got him. Oh, let's roll. Let's roll. I feel good about this drive. Like I said, I feel good about this drive. Remember who we have. Stiff arm. Get off me, big fella. It's not going to be that easy.
He throws it to a fifth rounder, Shakir, who I think.
Let's roll, big fella. Let's roll. Let's run it again.
He's leading the team in
That's what I would do right here.
40 on 2 catches. First down from the 31.
There we go.
Allen.
Yeah, Allen, take it.
Downfield, he's going to keep it.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
First time
I'll take it.
at home that Buffalo has trailed at halftime this season. They only lost the one game, and it was that crazy, wacky, and wonderful game against the Minnesota Vikings. They had so many plots at the end. Circus catches and fumbles at the goal line, and it just never ended without one play.
Facts. That was a crazy game, the Vikings game. Like, what the heck's going on?
As McDermott,
let's roll.
Happy to see his team finally running the football a little bit, getting some rhythm going here.
It's a high tension situation though for him. He knows this drive is huge.
2nd and 8. Allen still has it.
Get off me. Yep. I got it.
2 tacklers and more. The first.
Get off me, big fella.
These are two.
I'm still a Buffalo at the end of the day. You're tackling a Buffalo, an actual Buffalo, big fella.
Sometimes he has to.
Nah, let's roll.
He's going to will his team that way.
Let's roll. It's 3rd and 2. You know we're going for it. So we got 2 downs to get 2 yards. You heard me say that already. Let's roll.
Josh Allen is going to have to, I can tell you right now, take this game over with his legs in mind. But as a coach, I want to keep it simple for him. Use his legs, hand the ball off, simple stuff.
There it is. I've been looking for that shit all day. That's what he needs right there. A quarterback power. Get that power in it and just let him get in that groove, big fella. It's activation time. Let's roll, baby. It's time to break that glass, big fella. You know what? I want you to break it already. Break it early. It's the playoffs. Forget it. Break it now, big fella.
Cincinnati's made everything very difficult today on Buffalo. And even this drive, Buffalo's doing a great job, but it still feels difficult, doesn't it?
Well, they've plotting to
got him.
Down now. They're trying
got
to
him.
strike gold. It's incomplete. Wow. That was
Yo, we got to run the ball.
Diggs.
We got to run the ball, though.
Well, Eli Apple,
we kind of forgot about that. Even I will admit that.
Last week he did. This week they got him with the ball.
Even though we're giving it to Allen to run, but still, and in this particular situation, it seemed like, yo, that right there was working. It would be nice to go back to that.
Well, that was a hard
but
fall.
again,
was,
Allen's already. Diggs is down.
The unsuspecting participant.
Nice
all that.
of him. I know you. Last time you've done that, you didn't help them up. No, you always help everyone up.
The NFL on CTV is
yeah, Diggs being down was definitely not something that I was worried. Oh man, golly, dog. Yo, I feel good. It seemed like I started off nervous, but again, when Josh Allen is activated, it gives you like a calm, or I'm sorry, it gives me a calm knowing, Okay, yeah. We're good. Josh is going to do everything in his power to figure this thing out. He's not going to pull a Kirk Cousins, 4th and 8 with a check down. We know he's wired different now. Now I'm going for the gusto every single time. It's either going to be a big play or a bad play, but I'm making a play. And I can respect that. Many people don't like that. Just play it safe, Josh. Just play it. Nah, man. It's the playoffs. It's time to wake your ass up and break the damn glass, big fella. And that's it. Because we know who we get once that glass is broke. We already know, and we love that guy too. You can't tell me we don't love the activated version. We sit here and want to complain when it is a little bit too reckless. But when them bombs come through, you're like, oh my God. It's the fact that you're willing to even attempt that is the activated version of Josh. He doesn't care. You said you got what defense? Who cares? I'm still going over it. That's the version that I love.
We're back.
And I'll accept mistakes if it comes with it.
Diggs, who heads to the
It just is what it is. That's where I'm at. I'll accept the mistakes if it means you're going for the kill every time. Let's roll.
Incompletion, 2nd and 10. Again, on him quickly. What a catch!
What a catch!
Oh, that was some catch.
What a catch, big fella!
And that's a first down.
Let's roll, big fella.
Goes for 12.
We talk about Lou Anarumo, the design. He's really keeping these
Let's
guys
roll,
on
big
right
fella.
Here. Perfectly timed pressure.
You
Josh
thought
Allen
you had
doesn't
me.
see
You thought
23
you
coming
had
around the
me,
corner
big
hill.
fella.
Who's
Let's
playing
roll.
Trey Flowers.
It's Josh Allen time. Power right here. Another power. I want another power, big fella. Let's roll. I want another power. Yes, sir.
From 9 yards away.
Hey.
Cook tries to cut outside. It's
Bad
out there.
fucking
That was Hilton.
yeah.
The play. Brought it to a halt. And Diggs wasn't in the
This is why I say I understand the running game. I understand it. But at a certain point, even though it made sense a few plays ago, right now, I do not want Josh Allen to not have the ball in his hands. Period.
Hines is also into the game. He's not had many.
It's either you're passing it or you're running it, big fella. Don't give it to nobody else. Let's roll.
2nd and goal.
Huh.
Allen gonna give it to Hines.
All right.
Not much.
All right, bet. Let's roll.
Closes in on him. Picks up 4 now.
Woo!
The discipline of this defense.
Let's roll.
And Lou Anarumo just getting his players to know.
I like how they're getting Hines involved, though.
This is a very physical.
Right?
They're the best.
It's a wrinkle that we
tackling
haven't
team in
seen
the
yet.
National Football League, and there he is.
Since he's been here.
And there's multiple guys in this
Let's
game
roll.
Should be considered
3rd and goal.
team right now. 5 head coaches.
You know what I would do.
Vacancies, and he should be right up there.
Let's roll.
He did. Same with Leslie Frazier.
3rd and goal. Knox has been tough of late. Will we go to him? Oh, they did try to.
Jeez, that was a bad throw.
Incomplete. Dax
You got to kick it.
Excellent coverage.
Well, and Dax Hill's playing on tight ends because
That was a bad throw.
Flowers, number 33, wasn't able to play through injury, and he's banged up, and that's where Dax had to come in. He's not quite as long, but he is quicker and faster, and he does use leverage well, and you see it there.
So again, after having that high touchdown
All right, come on.
conversion rate of late, you're gonna have to go field goal, which would bring it back to a 1-score game. Tyler Bass, 25 yards. And
Beautiful. In this weather,
17-10 game.
those kicks aren't a gimme. We needed 7 right there. That would have been nice. But at least now it's a 1-score game, right? Defense has to come through. But at least right there, we show, okay, we can move the ball. We're able to move the ball, so that's not the problem. It's just the tiny little things right now. Defense has to come through. So I'm actually willing to, interested to see what the adjustment has been and what they come up with. Matt says we need an interception right here. Imagine a turnover right here, man. We'll bring back all the momentum. Beautiful. Bills fan says, there we go, settling for field goals. Nah, man, there's no way you have to take a field goal there. You have to, right? Because, it's 4th and goal, but it's like, it's 4th and 10? You don't get that, man, nah. You have to go for the points right there. It's all about situational football. Points was needed on that drive, period. DJP says Bass is the only consistent part of our team. I wouldn't say that. He's consistent today. I'll give him that. He's been 100% so far. But come on. We still got to put some damn respect on our damn team. What you talking about, man? The 2nd overall offense and 2nd overall defense. Like, chill for a second. Chill. Have some damn faith in your damn team. I see this story every week. I've been like, what's going on? What you mean, big fella? We ain't playing our best ball, but how many games are we going to be in where we have to figure out a way? The Bills have already showed you. Games like this, we don't fold under the pressure. It's not going to be pretty. It's clear it's not going to be pretty. It's a damn snow game. But chill for a second, man. Like, come on. You see what I'm saying? It's the playoffs. We have to find a way. We had a lot of experience in season figuring out a way. So wouldn't that be something you would be like, yo, the fact that we did that, we can fall back on that. When your back's up against the wall, who are you really? Who are you really? Are you a person that gets nervous and folds under it? Or are you one that said, you know what? I've been through this before. I know how it feels like. I'm comfortable in this now. That's where I'm at. I'm comfortable knowing that my team has been through this over and over and over again. Remember who we have. Come on. Let's roll. Remember who we have.
Here's Mixon.
Let's go.
4 yards. Again, if Cincinnati wins this game, the Bengals will go back to KC for the 2nd straight year for the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Let's go.
The battle for the AFC. If it's Buffalo, it would be Buffalo and Kansas City at the neutral site in Atlanta. Whereas Philadelphia will host the NFC Championship next week against the winner of the game later tonight, Dallas and San Francisco.
And we were meeting with Cincinnati last night, and you could sense, everyone saw when the Holmes got injured.
Here's Burrow.
Gotta get his ass, man. You gotta get his ass, man. This is unacceptable by the defensive line. Absolutely unacceptable. How we're not getting any pressure on this dude, man.
Like I talked about at halftime, the defense and offensive lines of the Bengals are dominating this football game. They are imposing their will on a Buffalo team who's used to imposing their will on opponents.
Unacceptable right there.
It's going to be a challenge for the Bills to come back and win this.
Ed Oliver, where you at? Rousseau, where you at, big fella? Where you at?
Ordinary, because right now Burrow has way too much time and they can run the ball as well.
Look at that.
And screen pass to Chase. With the ball in his hands, and he makes something happen for 12 and a first down. Tracy, down to you.
Jim, this Bills secondary has dealt with so many injuries this year. From
golly, dog.
Jordan Poyer playing with a knee.
Now
injury,
Dean is out.
And
All right.
Safety Dean Marlowe has been ruled out.
Jaquan Johnson.
Now, So again, Marlowe, who had the interception last week. And
Are you the ball hawk that we think you are? Let me get one. Let me get one then. Let me get one.
And that, of course, was Michael Hyde's position at the start of the year before a neck injury for him. Now it's Jaquan Johnson in there. 1st and 10. And what a catch. That was some fingertip grab by Higgins. And right back comes Cincinnati, moving the football again.
Yeah, this is a 50-50 ball with one hand. And like you said, Higgins calls them 80-20 balls. That's 50% at best to catch a ball like that. Higgins, a true number one, I believe, as well as Chase. It's just simple football. This is Peyton Manning football, okay? They line up and they try and get to the right play. They're 2-by-2, and he just reads through and throws it in the dirt.
Well, he got hit low.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy, you're holding your breath if you're a Bengal fan right now.
Shaq Lawson was the one who hit him. Burrow trying to walk it off.
Get some damn pressure on this damn quarterback. This is unacceptable, man.
That's where the snow might help you a little bit if you actually slide out right there. He took a hit.
Yeah,
but
the feet weren't planted.
Yeah, that still hurts. But it's not a penalty because Carmen pushes him into him, right? You can't go low on quarterbacks unless the offense pushes you into him.
So 2nd and 10. And that's dropped. That was Trenton Irwin, who had a catch in the first half.
That was a first down. Like, dog, this defense, what's up?
Well, here we go. This is going to be.
That was a first down right there. Come on.
He would have gotten right up around the first down marker.
We're just giving them free yards.
Offense. I truly mean that. They've got themselves into a 2-by-2.
Let's go, man.
And he gets to the right play. And you see 2 guys, 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. That's 2-by-2.
A timeout already?
And the quarterback, Burrow, looks at the defense, sees what they're in, and he gets to the right play, and then they run these simple concepts. But what they've created here with Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan,
dog,
they figured out.
I'm nervous now, dog. Now I'm officially nervous. Officially nervous.
But the truth is, it's really
because it's like we're giving anything they want right now.
Over and over and over again.
Come on, man.
You saw the timeout called by Buffalo.
It's so bad that we're calling timeout early in the third.
You can see the Manning brothers lead as AFC and NFC head coaches in new skills challenges. And
Oh my God, man.
Sunday, February 5th, 3 Eastern, ABC.
Let's roll 3rd and 10. Come on, defense. We need you now, big fella.
To the field during pregame warm-up, said hello to a few folks. Here's a 3rd and 10. Got plenty of time. And Hurst leaps for the first down. Woo. What a play by Hayden Hurst. He went right over Jaquan Johnson, who had come in for Marlowe.
This is just an incredible play. This is a great view right here. Burrow keeping his eyes downfield, and then Hurst showing off that athleticism for such a big guy, jumping over Johnson. They just have too much talent. I mean, it just looks easier for the Bengals. That was 3rd and what, Jim?
3rd and 10. And again,
they just checked it down.
And they had the time. They had time to throw.
That right there was big.
And the thing that's crazy,
that right there was the play of the 3rd quarter right there, man.
Creates more space for the receiver at that end.
It's Mixon getting 9 out of that. He rushed for 59 yards in the first half.
These guys are imposing their will. I mean, it's just Cincinnati just moved Buffalo's defenders off the ball. Look at this whole side. There's supposed to be backups. Look at these holes, and just everyone's 5 to 8 yards downfield. It's not like there's a guy. I'm concerned if I'm a Bill fan right now, Jim.
2nd and 2. Burrow tries to sneak from 2 yards out. And let's see where they mark it. We got 2 side linesmen who have got different views of it. But now they say first down. Okay.
Golly.
Tell them to move the chains. That angle looked
Yeah,
like
that was short. He was definitely short.
Gene's territory pretty close, maybe a little short.
Yeah, you know what, Jim? It looks to me like,
But it's not
he
going to
is
matter,
just a little
dog.
bit
I'm not
short
going to
when he
waste another
lands.
timeout right there.
It's where the nose of that football is, but it appears
They're
to be
going to
where
get
it
that
lands
shit
at that first
regardless.
down.
Golly, dog. Sheesh.
Well, he's asking him to reset the shot clock. He's not gonna, so they're gonna go ahead and have to figure out the 18-17 and do this on 3rd and short.
Yeah, they did signal for a first down, and they started to move the chains, and then they came back, reevaluated on their own, and moved it back.
That's what happened to Mike McDaniel last week. He heard that it was a first down, had to go back to the 4th and run late, and they lost it on a delay game.
Toss it outside to Mixon. He's got it now, and he's inside the 10 and down to the 5. That was some block by Jackson Carman, the left tackle. Got to give him credit for how he's done today.
No question. And first down for Chase, though,
Golly,
who sets
dog.
the
They
edge.
moving that ball at will right now.
Chase
At
just
will.
blocking.
You got players
13-yard run
bumping
to
into
the
each other and
outside,
tackling
about
each other. Look,
10 inches.
like,
And now they got a 1st and goal.
Chase sealed the edge. Carmen came outside, and this is just a physical Cincinnati ball club. Buffalo, I don't want to say they look tired, but it's just they look like they're not quite as big as Cincinnati right now.
It's Burrow's pass, and he had pressure to unload it quickly. And we do have a marker out.
Pass interference, number 27, defense. Foul occurred at the 1-yard line. That's where the ball will be placed. First down.
And Irwin's going against White, and I think he grabs him a little bit. You see at the bottom of your screen right there. Yeah, it's subtle, but you can't hold both arms around him right there. Yeah, that's going to get called every time. So Irwin step away, and right there, this Buffalo number 2 defense, Jim, they need to hold up. This doesn't look good.
1st and goal. Mixon, the running back. He's had only 1 rush touchdown since week 9. Here he gets the handle. Mixon met and still driving. Look at that effort. Well, he never got the ball across. Got the feet into the end zone, but that won't get you 6. And they were able to stop him on this play, setting up second about a half yard away.
That was one of the best jobs by Buffalo, pushing that line of scrimmage. But just the finish right now by Mixon allows them to get back in.
golly, dog.
Situation. You know, the D linemen usually have a tougher time, and Leslie Frazier knows this. When it's slippery out there, it's hard for D linemen to get off. And I thought that challenged Buffalo early in the game. And you see him checking the play right here. Here'll be a timeout.
It's timeout who?
Or 12 men on the field. It looks like there's a lot of guys for Buffalo.
Gene, what happened there?
Well, you've got the defense lined up and the ball is imminent. The snap is imminent. When that happens, it's a dead ball foul against the defense. Yardage-wise, it's about a 4-inch penalty, though, Jim.
That's exactly. I was going to say, if you're ever going to do it, it's right there.
But it's an extra down. Back to 1st and goal. We got a Bills player across. It was Phillips.
Golly, this is looking horrible, big fella.
Encroachment, number 97, defense, half the distance of the goal. Second down.
They say
Yo, this
first
is
down
tough to
there,
watch.
and I think they got that.
Golly, this
I
is
think
tough
they
to
got that
watch
on
right
the
here.
Second down.
Okay.
I saw the same thing.
Sheesh.
I'm like, why are they giving them for first down? But
So
right. I mean, you got inches, right? Just quarterback sneak it. I mean, but just don't put the ball over across.
Yeah.
Unless it's a 4th down play. You don't do it on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And Baltimore was a division opponent. They make it hard. Division opponents are always difficult. That's why that game was very difficult for Cincinnati last week.
2nd and goal.
They know your tendencies and everything. Unbalanced line. He's doing a bunch.
Gonna give it up, hand it off. Mixon. Still waiting for a signal. No arms were raised.
This is all Mike Milano. First team All-Pros, played amazing this year. Sorry, Matt Milano.
Mixon thinks he's got a touchdown. Look at him over there.
And then at the very end of it, you'll
It
see
looked like it was a
ball
touchdown to me.
flying in, but Milano comes right there, and then there.
Yeah, that's touchdown.
That's really close.
That looks like a touchdown to me.
That's touchdown.
Here, this is the view right there.
They've challenged it, and it's a challenge I think they're going to win here, Gene.
Jeez.
Yeah, I feel like it too. It looks like Mixon's knees actually were at the goal line, Jim. But remember now, they marked this.
All right. So it's looking like it's a touchdown, right? So we already know the momentum as of right now is all the way on the Bengals. It's go time. It's go time. It's time to lay it all out there now, right? Because as of right now, it's not looking good. Down 14 with a quarter to go. Of course, if any team can do it, it's us. But man, it's go time. We have to figure out, listen, we can't stop the Bengals, man. Whatever the game plan was, I mean, it's worked to perfection. And Romo just mentioned it. When you have weather like this, it's hard on the defensive line because you can't gain that traction to, make that move. So we have to figure it out. We have one quarter to figure something out right now. Are we able to do it? Man, it's not looking too good, man. It's not looking too good as far as right now, but we are a team that's able to figure it out, man. Kingpin, just let it go. We're getting smoked. This team will never be good enough to win a Super Bowl. I'm not that far, Matt. I will never get to that point when you have Josh Allen at quarterback. Ever. Now, if you feel that way, again, I respect it. Your emotions is probably big. But, nah. DJ3 says, yo, man, don't blame it on the weather. No, I'm not blaming on the weather. I'm just mentioning the fact that Romo did mention that it's kind of hard for a defensive line to get that, push, because of the weather. And again, it makes sense. Which means our offense is just going to have to go crazy because it doesn't look like we're going to get pressure on Burrow. It just doesn't look. So we have to hope, we get a score right here and just hope that we're able to get a stop and have them punt and have another shot. Bye-bye. We're able to do it, though. We are a team that's able to do that. So as a fan, I'm always going to be in that mode.
Mixon broke the plane.
Yep.
And I think it's the correct call.
Right? I'm always going
right
to be in that mode of,
you see that knee down right there.
I like my team.
And that's like, okay, that's still not enough. But then you can see on this one, the ball,
we haven't been down, 2 scores in the fourth quarter all season.
Upper body there, and then it gets
pulled
back.
We're about to find out right now.
That is a touchdown in Cincinnati.
What we're really about. Are we going to buckle down?
That was
Are we going to buckle down?
Drive. McPherson, the extra
I mean, that's what it comes down to. Are we going to buckle down and figure that thing out? You see Mixon right there. Look at him. Super excited. He thinks the game is over. And I know many people out there probably think the exact same way. The game is over. I'm telling you. Don't think that just yet. It doesn't feel good. You're right. It don't feel good right now. It doesn't.
Officials use. That's really well said, Gene, because the truth
But we're
is,
about to
you can't
find out
look
who
at
we
two
really
things
are
at
right now,
once.
and I'm excited
So
to at
when you're
least
looking
find
at
that
it,
out.
it goes like your eyes
At
have to
least
go back
find that
and
out.
forth. It's
Are
not
we
like
going to get
baseball.
exposed?
He's
We
feeling
shall
the
see.
catch, and the first baseman.
We shall see. What we do know is that the glass is already broke. That's for damn sure.
You don't look and see one and then look back down. You wait for the
And now it's go time. It's go time. It's all the way go time.
That was the definition of a methodical drive. That's a compliment. They had 7 first downs, taking it down the field.
It's all the way go time.
The worst rushing team there for 4 or 5 weeks, Jim. And you see, this is where I said whoever can run the ball better.
They've got 126 today on the ground as Hines hops along just past
Let's roll.
the 30. We got a flag on the return.
Well, to my point, though, like, why do you run the ball?
Golly.
Because you have injuries on the
During the
offensive line.
return, holding number 85. Return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Let's roll.
Coming up on CBS Sports beginning Friday at 5 Eastern, the PGA Tours in Torrey Pines for the Farmers.
Go ahead and smash that like, because I know a lot of people are going to want to see this reaction for sure. Go ahead and smash that like. I do appreciate it. Let's roll, big fella. Let's roll. We already know he's activated. So bombs away. Bombs away. Let's roll. It's do or die right now.
Our season premiere of the PGA Tour next Friday and Saturday.
I got to get ready myself. You know what I'm saying? I got to get ready myself. Let's roll.
Teams have a harder time sticking with it.
Yeah, they're playing too shallow.
Shut it down early. Today,
They're playing too shallow. It's bombs away. But I tell you,
come on. And to me, Cincinnati's ability to run that early allowed them to kind of stick with it a little more, right? And Mixon gets 14 attempts for 80 yards. P. Ryan 2. Chase, and this ball was barely overthrown. And Josh was like, okay, take that a little higher angle.
Bills have been held to 200 yards of offense as we have a minute to go
Let's
in
roll.
the third quarter.
Josh Allen, undefeated at home in the playoffs, Jim. But he doesn't get behind by 14 very often, I can tell you that. This is a tall task.
Each time he had time.
There you go.
Lindsay
Hey.
able to get away from
Come on.
Wilson, who was a teammate of Wyoming. And that's a gain of 9, maybe 8.
And Wilson's one of the more underrated linebackers. He's the governor of Wyoming. Josh Allen calls him the governor.
Even has it inputted into his phone. His caller ID is L.J. Wilson, the governor. So great respect for his old Cowboy teammate at Wyoming. But it's a
Let's
third
roll.
and 2.
Well, he just guarded a wide receiver really well at the end. Mackenzie gets away, but he's been outstanding all year. He's going to have to do it again. He's been a spy on Allen a bunch.
Decides to go long. That ball knocked out of the hands of Gabe Davis. Some play by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Yeah, the second-round pick this year. This is possibly a saving play. That's a little bit of though. That ball is perfectly thrown. Gabe Davis doesn't normally.
golly, big fella.
Good form at the end by Taylor-Britt. That's a monster play.
Dropped it in the bucket.
Very quick work. And that means they have to punt again just after the Bengals completed that long drive for a touchdown.
Golly,
Back
dog.
in the closing seconds of quarter 3. Punt disappears into the snow, and now it turns earthbound at about the 40.
I've seen
That right there was probably the dagger right there, dog. Dropped it in the damn bucket. Golly, dog. Jeez. That right there was big. Jeez. And Christian says, yo, man, go for the first down. It's in the bucket, big fella. Like, what you talking about, big fella? It's in the bucket. Gabe, you got to catch that, big fella. Come on, man. Sheesh. Again, he don't know how to catch with his body. He's a pure hands catcher, right? That was a dagger right there. A dagger. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, man, it's not good. It's not good right now. It is not good right now. Things are not good right now. Huge shout out to the Bengals, too, man. The Bengals came and looked clean. Looked real clean. Real nice. Much respect. But this is crazy. Right in the pocket. It's plays like that, if you overanalyze a team and overanalyze a game, it's those kind of plays that kind of dictates everything, right? Because again, it's like I said, we want to, praise Gabe for being that big play, playoff Gabe, right? The biggest stars rise at the biggest moments. He did it last year, and we praise him for it. You have to make that play right there, big fella. The dog in you and make that play, regardless. Regardless. It's either going to be a flag or a catch. Jeez.
All new Night Court is back.
We got to pull some shit out the bag, man. We got to pull something out the bag.
Orchard Park.
We have to.
The Bengals right at the
We
get-go.
have to,
Wide
big fella.
things before this Bills Mafia and drove it right down the field.
We have to. We need to pull something out the bag.
Burrow to Chase. They've had the upper hand throughout.
They've looked so in sync, and people are questioning with the offensive line. No injuries, but nope. This is them imposing their will and running the ball and doing everything.
Yeah, man, they're just doing whatever they want right now.
For 9, and he's moving on.
They're just doing whatever they want.
15 carries, 1 touchdown.
You didn't expect,
they doing whatever they want.
Look, one-on-one blocking.
Look at AJ. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, big fella. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
This is the part.
Like, that's what the hell AJ. Yo, man, look, man.
When he was there, that was the thing. They thought if he was here today, that would have been a game changer, and it would have been, because they've had so much time at running the ball. But they were ranked 4th in the NFL in pressure rate when he was there, and he left 27th. And that's how important he was. That was the game changer for Buffalo this year.
2nd and 1. Mason's got another first. They're now up to 27 first downs in this game.
You know how you can do that?
27 first downs. 27, big
fella. The weakness and maybe the difference in the game, and it's been a strength for Cincinnati. We're going to talk about all these statistics that are very positive for Burrow.
Yo, man, I got to take a shot
First and Chase. The guys that don't
on default right now. Like,
the biggest story.
By default. I got to, though. Nah, I'm not. I can't watch this shit right here sober, big fella. Hell no.
That's the Chase. And Jabbar breaks a tackle and gets near another first down.
And when you have that ability to get that in the running game, you can just create little plays. You can just call little 4-yard plays, 2-yard plays. And if he gets tackled there, it's only 3 or 4. Chase, then all of a sudden, Chase is on the case, and you get 10, and all of a sudden it's good.
I remember when you said that against Kansas City last year at the end of the regular season. Of course, they go on and win this. They've had Kansas City's number the last 3 times. At KC last year in the AFC Championship game. 3 straight wins.
It's so rare. Cincinnati is more than for real.
Hit the hands of Boogie Basham. And sets up 3rd and 2.
And that's where we talked about the only way to get back in this game.
Yo, man, turn off the horns. It don't matter, big fella. Yeah, man. The horns don't matter. Out of here, dog. They
hard to catch it after.
God.
Usually try and touch it before it hits the face mask.
Look at Basham now trying to.
It's the moment as a fan when you're watching the game that you deem that your team can't do anything about it.
Here's the pass for Higgins, and it's incomplete. On the flag side.
On who?
I can hear that hit up here.
On who? He hit our guy.
Wicked sound as I've heard.
That was Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer colliding.
I mean, I could.
Pass interference, number 27, defense, automatic, first down.
This had to be helmet to helmet right here with each other. Oh, wow.
We'll step aside with the injuries.
Yo, this is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I mean, I can't even sit here and deny it. You got to give the damn Bengals credit. You got to give them credit, man. They came in here and said, look, we taking the damn game. We ain't giving you nothing. We having big play Gabe shook. That's what we're doing right now. So hats off to the Bengals for that. You got to give props where props is due sometimes, man. This is what it is. It is what it is. This is the year. It's not looking too good, though. You know what I mean? It's not looking too good right now. A lot of things are going to change after this year, so we already know. But this right here is not how you want to go out. We haven't played this bad all season. That's what makes this hurt so much more. Like, wait a minute. We haven't played like this we haven't had a game like this all season. Maybe the Ravens game, maybe, but we were still able to figure out a way and not have them score again. But come on. Yo, we stopped these Bengals one drive, and that could probably be on some luck. That's how much the Bengals dominated on offense. Absolutely dominated on offense. So that right there, man, I mean, you have to give the Bengals credit for that. You have to. Came in and dominated. It just is what it is. But Gabe, come on. Look.
You know, contactable play, but if you see the right arm restricting there and then the hold again a little bit, it's taking that half a step or step away, which really is big when you're laying out for a football.
And both Poyer and White were able to get up and walk to the sideline, but it's getting very thin in that secondary. Cam Lewis has come in. Jaquan Johnson's already had to be brought in for emergency duty. And both of the DBs are in the blue tent, and you got a 1st and goal from the 4. Had it been an incompletion, it would have been 4th and 2 from the 30.
A lot of questions are going to be asked about this defense, for sure. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of them games that we can sit here and not take everything into account, right? You know, the weather, of course, it is something as far as a person who is trying to make a play. If it's weather, you most likely probably won't sometimes. So, you know, for that, it's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, It's like, come on.
Looked like
Come on.
I think Joe Mixon.
You got
was
these
sort of
boys out
touchdown
here over
easy.
here
He
cooking.
just handed it to him.
Shout out to
Quarterback gets
Burrow and shout out to the
keep it
Bengals for that.
sometimes, and sometimes he
Cooking.
hands it off.
But man,
looked like
Josh
another
threw it
turn
right
down
in the
the playbook.
butt.
Well, these two guys, second and third in the league in passing and rushing touchdowns. You said they were tied at 35 apiece, but 42 for Allen and 40 total touchdowns passing and rushing now.
Second and off the hands of Hurst at the goal line.
That might be the first real throw that he just missed, right?
He hasn't missed many.
No, I mean that's the only throw that I feel like he
You know what I'm
just
saying?
missed.
And that play right there, for the people that say, oh, you use the weather for excuse. Again, it's not even an excuse. But right there where he slipped is like, he slipped. Right? He slipped because of the weather. So it's like, right? So if you're not making plays, the weather's not going to help you make plays. That's my point. So it just is what it is. If you're making plays, it is what it is. You do what you do. It doesn't matter. They're kicking the field goal down 17. It's 3 possessions. It's over. It's over.
God, wait down to almost the 1, so they might go for it. Because they're not going for it for the 4.
Because the field goal is very hurtful to the Bills' chances with 11:45 to go and the clock running. 3-score game if he makes it.
Got to do it. 3-score game.
Yep.
They say that's better than a 2-score game if you're.
Oh man, golly,
You
need a miracle at this point.
It's slippery. It's gonna have, but trust this. It's pretty close right here.
It's from 20. That's all it is. And that pick is good. Drove it right home. 27.
Hey, chat, how we feeling, chat? Yeah, True Gun says Von chilling didn't help. Need high and need to draft D-line. We're not physical at all. And no one is present on the D-line. Look, man, Bean has been trying to figure out that damn D-line forever. Von was a humongous piece, but it's like, okay, excuse me. If he goes down, it's still the same blah, right? Now, again, and I'm not making it an excuse whatsoever, but with, weather like this, you're not going to expect any D-line to really eat, is the point, right? The Bengals the Bengals D-line didn't really do anything either, for real. I mean, a couple sacks here and there, fine. But it really hasn't really, you know what I mean? So that doesn't help, but still, this right here was unacceptable. This performance right here was unacceptable. What up, Namdi? He says, but we are both playing the same way. No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that on defense, a lot of the times, it's, especially D-line, it's all about that leverage, right? Both D-lines hasn't really provided that much leverage. That's all I'm saying. We needed the D-line more than they needed the D-line to make plays. You know what I'm saying? So if the D-lines on both teams are nullified, that means that our best chance of beating them is nullified. It's just, we're not going to beat them that way. We had to figure out another way. And we weren't able to figure out the other way. You know what I mean? That's what makes it extremely hard to watch. How we were going to slow down the Bengals, it wasn't going to help under this weather right here. Again, I'm not saying it's the weather, but I'm saying it didn't help. Didn't help. God dang it, it didn't help. You know what I mean? Sheesh. These Bengals came in and did their thing. They came in and did their thing. Yeah, silence says both sides are exposed. I understand that. I'm not saying that the weather was an issue whatsoever. I'm not.
On the fly, you might be able to find something with
But
legs.
it looks as if it comes down to when you have a quarterback who is able to dissect, we need,
Give us something.
I was so excited.
pressure.
I know. I want to see a bounce.
Because they're clearly making way more plays on offense than us. They clearly are. We're over here dropping balls and right in the bucket, right? If we're not making them plays, but they are, it's like, all right. Both D lines aren't causing pressure.
Post-game show.
You know what I mean? So it just is what it is, man. It comes down to us making more plays on offense, and we just didn't. We just didn't.
No turnovers in this game, and all of a sudden, Buffalo's down 17. He's got to turn into Superman.
Well, you look for another option. And there's a start, as that's a catch made down the field by Dawson Knox near the 40-yard line of Cincinnati.
Josh Allen didn't just all of a sudden become one of the best quarterbacks in the league accidentally. He has this ability. That's a big-time throw. And that was a big-time job looking off the free safety there, but he's got to keep doing it, and everything has to happen fast. This is 2 minutes the rest of the day.
That was 32. Longest play of the game for Buffalo. And now he just launches it out of bounds.
Let's roll. Let's roll.
So Tracy just passed.
Let's roll.
White and Poyer both in the locker room being evaluated for head injuries. But you're right, Tony. It's got to be hurry up the rest of the way. You've got at this season of so many.
All right, come on, baby.
Layers to it, adversities.
Come on.
There've been so many different things that have.
Let's roll.
Challenged this team.
It's going to Diggs. Let's roll.
Find a way to save their season with 10:47 to go.
It's going to be hard because that defensive coordinator's done an outstanding job with pressures.
Gets it away, and that catch right at the sticks.
Come on.
That is Beasley.
Let's roll.
Who now has 3 catches in the game. That's the first time.
Let's roll.
Now, these are the pressures that keep coming after you. Take a look on this side of your screen on the left. Right there, Hendrickson comes free. It's because the pressures, everyone's in there, and someone's coming like, hey, there's 4 guys. Who else is going to come? They've done it 3 times in a row. Here comes another one.
The ball's out. Was that ruled an incompletion? There's the scoop and the recovery. Hendrickson has the recovery.
That a fumble?
And that's Mike Hilton, one of the best in the league at disguising and hiding, and he catches Josh Allen. He took a serious hit on this one. This is, I mean, he got it on both sides. We'll see if this is a fumble or not, Jim. But right here, 21, Mike Hilton comes flying
That's not a fumble.
Oh, you see Allen takes that hit from the front.
Not a fumble.
Boy, Mike Hilton makes big plays, doesn't he? And they've
Ooh.
ruled it. They've ruled it on the field.
It's bang bang for sure. It's bang bang.
On the field, there's a fumble.
Nah, he's going forward. He's going forward. He's going forward.
Really, really tight.
You're going to challenge it.
Remember now, all you need is one
Exactly. All you need is just a little bit, and he's definitely going forward as it's coming out. So it's definitely incomplete.
But it also looks like a fumble.
Golly, though, that's bang bang though. That was bang bang. That was definitely bang bang. Golly, man. This right here is big. Yeah, I mean, this right here is big. It looks like it's game, but if they get this, we might as well just, shut everything down. It might be time to shut it all down. But man, this right here is big, man. But again, huge shout out to the Bengals, regardless of the outcome. Huge shout out to the Bengals. These boys came to play, came in here and took it. It's not, they came and took it. Absolutely took it. It seems as if we didn't want the game. And that's rare to see. It's so wild to see as a fan that's watched every game. This is what I haven't seen for a very long time. We haven't seen this right here for a very long time. Just not show up at all. I mean, we've seen quarters, we've seen halves, but at some point, boom, it picks up at some point. Especially on defense. But man, this right here is big. Yo, Humble Bills fan says Josh Allen equals Carson Wentz. All right, chill. Chill, big fella. Chill. Come on, man. Golly, though. This is wild, man. Yo, Ramon says, what, man? You a Bengals fan now? Yo, you got to give respect, big fella. You got to give respect. Let's roll. You see? It's our ball. Come on, Allen. Let's get your ass up. I knew it was incomplete, so I wasn't worried about it. Let's roll.
To clean it up, they did rule that an incomplete pass before.
Of course. The hand has got to be going forward a little bit.
Close, but he just was having that arm moving forward.
Right there. Bam. Yep.
Look,
perfect.
To me,
let's roll.
Defensive players have both committed before Josh Allen started his slide. So even though it feels a little late, I think it's a good no call for a late hit. We just saw the replay on the arm just moving forward there for an incomplete pass.
It's 3rd and 4, Tony, from the 26.
Well, you got to be able to use his legs. Look, you got to take your shots to the outside right here and then use your legs.
Pass to Knox.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on, get up. Get up, Knox.
Got hit again by Hilton.
This is one
unless Knox thinks he dropped it.
I've seen in quite some time.
Did Knox drop that ball?
But it's actually going to come from over here. And this has gotten Allen over and over. But this will get a lot of people. They need slants. They need quick stuff, screens.
Let me see it again because Knox didn't get up right away. Yo, get up, big fella. All right, let's roll.
And they're coming from everywhere, and it's disguised. Lou Anarumo, unbelievable job today.
He can adjust with the best of anyone. Now, checks down, and Singletary loses a yard. Guess what? It's Hilton again.
Talk about an underrated nickel cornerback like Hilton. That's Lou Anarumo, who right there has had one of the great runs. I'm telling you, since last year, what he did to Patrick Mahomes in that championship game to now has been truly remarkable. Tigers don't change their stripes very often. This team has developed the ability to keep it simple and be very exotic for the opposing team.
2nd and 10 again. It is deflected and tipped at the line of scrimmage. Hill's had quite a game too. But
yeah, he's gotten.
All right, let's roll.
In the back.
Let's roll. 3rd and 10. Golly.
Balls. That's what D linemen are taught to do, right? You don't rush and get close. Just let it come to throw and then hit the ball.
There's 3 batted balls.
Yeah, that's too many.
3rd and 10. Remember, field goal is in play because they're 3 scores down. 3rd and 10. And here comes the flag for pre-snap penalty on Buffalo.
False start. Number 79, offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Trying to get 5 yards back, go through multiple cadences. White 80 say hot, hot, hot. White 80 say hot, hot, hot. What? Oh, it's a false start.
You made me jump.
It's not going to matter because, again, I think he was going for a touchdown anyways there, but still, come on, man.
Out of his hands quickly and make it simple.
Let's roll.
Diagnose everything.
Yeah.
See who are the D linemen, who aren't, and who's coming. There you go. That's what you need to do. That's how you can win this.
Singletary to the 15.
All right, let's roll.
A decision to make. It's 4th down.
All right, it's 4th down.
6.
What we doing?
Again, your 3 scores.
Come on, let's roll.
Keeping the offense out there.
Yeah, I'm going for this right I mean, I know it seems like, well, you get within 2 scores, but it's hard to move up and down the field over and over again. So once you're down here, you got to go on this. And
Here we go.
Well, they got 9 on that.
It's the game.
Give them a fighting chance. Need 6.
this is fool's gold. Diggs over here. He's going to get double teamed. Go inside. Up here. One of those 2.
Allen still looking for answers. Now throws toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Davis. Eli Apple said, no, not on me this time. And they turn it over on down.
That's it. That's it right there. Game, set, match. It just is what it is. Extremely hard way to lose, of course, as a Bills fan. You never want to, lose in general, but especially not in the playoffs, right? It's one and done. But it is what it is. It is what it is, right? You have to give a shout out, to the Bengals who came out and just took it. It just was what it was, man. Yeah, I mean, our defense, it seems like a lot of the times we go on stats a lot of the times, right? And it's always good to just, piggyback on stats, but it comes down to doing it when it matters, right? All them stats mean nothing if it's not done when you actually need it to be done. So the fact that, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I mean, the defense, it just didn't show up. For the first time all year, it seemed like the defense was not able to, figure out what the Bengals were trying to do. And that was the game. That right there was the game. Again. Yo, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Chase says, demand trade Allen. Yo, it's going to be an off season, to remember. It's definitely going to be an off season to remember, for sure. But it is what it is. I mean, listen, man, you play these seasons, you play these games, of course, to win the championship, right? The one thing that, fans like the Dolphins, for example, the one thing that they don't have is a guy that can put you in it every single year. So it is what it is, man.
First downs.
It's going to happen at some point.
Mounting those numbers.
It just wasn't meant to be, man. Everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen, right? All right, cool. It wasn't our year. And we keep it moving. But at the end of the day, I like my team. It sucks for us to have our worst game of the entire season in a game like this, 100%. But I like my team, big fella. You know what I'm saying? I like my team going forward in general. So it is what it is, man. It sucks to lose, but we're going to be all right, man.
That was some impressive performance.
We're definitely going to be all right.
Philadelphia to advance to
the man, I mean, of course, this right here stings, man. Definitely stings. Was not expecting a game like this, though.
Everyone left going into today. I think we're the best teams in the NFL for the last month or two. So you could argue earlier in the year, whatever you want, but truly, you have Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Kansas City coming into today. You had Dallas, San Francisco, and Philadelphia coming into today. Those are the 6 best teams. I think Dallas can win this game, and I think they can win the Super Bowl. I also think San Francisco is as tough to play as anywhere else in the National Football League on the road.
Bullying them.
In the playoffs.
Bullying them.
Again, just the effort Cincinnati's doing. That is going to be an incredible game.
Yeah, this right here is a tough way to go, big fella. Golly, dog. Go ahead and smash that like just to cheer me up just a little bit, please. All right, at least give me that. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of other fans in here, and I do respect all you guys. At least for that, don't do me that dirty. Go ahead and smash that like and be like, all right, I'll give you a little bit of pity here. Because, man, it's not looking good right now, man. You know, going out like this right here, it hits a little, you know what I mean? Of course, if you lose a close game like last year, for example, right? We lost a close game. It was what it was. It hurt, of course. But you know, okay, you know. But a game like this, it's like, what happened? We didn't even show up. We didn't even show up. Because again, I'm big on mentality. At the end of the day, it's a mental thing. You not showing up, it's not a skill set thing, it's a mental thing. This was big. So you have to question a lot of players. You know, coaches in general, like, yo, what happened? You mentally wasn't there for whatever reason. And try to figure that thing out. Juan, what's going on, man? Yo, he says, yo, it looks like it's going to be 34-10 final. This is painful. Painful. It's like getting stabbed slowly. Right? Just eat that. Eat that one there. Eat that right there. You just got to eat it. You just got to eat those. That right there is hard. It's hard to digest.
This is one of the few running plays that hasn't gone very far. They've got 153, make that 154 rush yards in this game.
A little frustration here, you know. Diggs wants to win.
Yeah, Caden says, yo, they wanted it more. That's exactly what it was.
Each other, but right there, he's like,
and that's what I'm saying. It's about the mentality. Like, wait a minute. What you mean they wanted it more? It's a mental thing. You know what I mean? Get your mind right, big fella. Who didn't step up? Right in the bucket, big fella. Like, come on. Like, it's things like that where you're like, wait a minute. You know, Shakir stepped up. He made plays when he was called upon. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I can't even get it out. Like, I'm so damn frustrated, man. Like, you know, Deion Dawkins, for example. Where you at? You the snowman. Like, right? You the snowman, right? Okay. How you play your worst game in the snow, big fella? It's things like that where you're like, yo, what happened? What happened, big fella?
Have created a system on defense that is so
that's what's frustrating. That's what's frustrating.
It's simple, yet extremely difficult because
he didn't get it. He was short.
Whatever you're doing, Jim. So
they gave it to him. Yeah, it's over.
You're going to be in cover 4 today? Well, we've got our 20
that's
cover 4.
wild,
You're
man.
play cover 3 more often. We've got our 20 cover 3. Other teams are calling plays and then reading stuff. They're figuring out what you're
Ponce,
doing.
that Gabe drop on 3rd and short was
how they call it. So all their players are going to be pretty simple. You want to be in an over front, an under front, a bear front. These are all different fronts.
It's hard for me not to say that was a play of the game.
It seems
right? Because that was the last chance we had, really.
And that's what Peyton Manning did.
So, like, that's going to live with me all offseason.
That was Nixon, a great effort on the previous play.
If it was a bang play and it was one of those where it's like, okay, Allen, you could have thrown it better, then whatever. But that was in the bucket. Like, you couldn't have thrown it any better. So it's not out. You know what I'm saying? Big fella. You got to catch that right there. You have to. Again, I'm not going to say that the game is on game. I'm not. But, man, again, it's the mindset in the biggest moments. Your playoff game, right? You have to make that play.
They beat Kansas
You know what I
City.
mean? That's why it was such a big play.
Kansas City's been the favorite for so long now after New England, right? 5 years in a row, AFC Championship game. But if Cincinnati beats them again on the road,
Yo, Dilly
you've got
said
to say
dominated
Cincinnati
by a
is the team in
complete
the
backup
AFC going into
O-line.
the next year 3, regardless how the Super Bowl goes.
Dilly.
That's a tall task because Patrick Mahomes has a way
That
of
right there
showing
is
up,
what
right?
makes
He's
it
gonna be there
so
at that stadium
depressing.
next week.
Like,
Will they be
again,
playing?
the one
Because they're
thing
gonna
we
see the
had to
turnaround.
do
The road
that we
record,
thought,
that
okay, we
turnaround,
can
I
at
mean, it's
least
just-
do this, right?
it's been
It
remarkable.
makes
Well,
sense.
one common theme there
The
is
fact
Joe
that
Burrow. He helps turn around
zero
sometimes.
pressure.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything in the running
No,
game.
you're dead
We
right.
didn't
What
do
team
anything in
does?
the passing game.
And that steady hand.
Like nothing up
You
front.
have to have a quarterback. But
And again, it's a line
a quarterback
that
doesn't
we put
guarantee you a win in
a
this
lot of
game, does it?
assets in.
Let's stop short, by the way.
We put a lot of assets in that D line, and it's still in the playoffs,
Well, that, by the way, doesn't guarantee you,
let us down.
having a quarterback a win in the big games.
Nemo,
That
what's
takes
going on?
everybody. Zach Taylor
Or Nemo
hired good
says we
coaches.
need Von Miller. Yo,
By
it's
the way, the
it's a
ability to have
given.
depth on the offensive line, they went
That
and made a
loss
concerted
right
effort,
there was
like Kansas City did a couple years
huge,
back when they lost in
like
the Super Bowl
humongous,
to Tampa.
and we see why.
They're going to go for this right here.
They're going to go for it and just try to finish it off. Since there are no timeouts
You
on the
should
other side.
try and draw them off sides first, and then if you go for it.
It looks like Cincinnati may have moved. Let's see.
False start, number 67, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That'll bring out the punting unit.
They should not have gone for that though either. That's probably
Yo,
about the
Stephen
only way
believes
that
says I don't quit.
Look, could have came back in my opinion.
When you
because
think you're the
gonna have to
best,
have a
you
short
keep
field
playing.
once, right?
You control
You're
your
not
doubt,
gonna go,
breathe, get up. We've got
3
this.
drives
Just
of
hold
80
on a little
yards
longer.
in 2:30 time with no timeouts.
Yo, Steven, it's over, big fella.
By the way, how
Yo,
big
Steven,
is
I love the mindset 100%. I love it because I'm all about this 100%.
felt slighted.
But it's over, big fella.
Deservedly so, we don't know. But
It's over.
I'll tell you right now, if I was a Bengal fan, I would have been a little bit like, well, why
You know what I'm
are you
saying?
getting a neutral
Like,
site?
this is
Buffalo,
unacceptable, big
Buffalo's getting it with that.
Unacceptable.
This is a football game. Cincinnati takes on their approach, their head coach, and they just keep fighting it. We're going to go play in a parking lot if we have to.
MG says, cut
They
Josh.
came in here and did this.
Yo, it's going to be a long off season. A long off season. Because Charles, frauds, of course, is a big, buzzword, right? But if you really look at it, at the end of the day, in the playoffs, we haven't been able to figure it out on defense. Yes, you can say offense, and but the offense was kind of shaky. It was kind of shaky, but the defense was, it was fucking null and void. Nowhere to be found at all, which is disrespectful to what the hell we've been doing all season. Like, where you at, big fella?
They're like, didn't we go to the Super Bowl last year?
Exactly as Singletary steps out.
And that's what sucks about this whole situation.
We went to the Super Bowl last
Is the
year, right?
fact that
We're the
we
Bengals. We went
got
there.
manhandled on
Coordinating Buffalo,
defense,
Kansas
big
City.
fella.
Well, there's a history
Golly.
before then. But what Cincinnati has done right now, today was that day. I told Coach Taylor at the end, I said, if you guys win this one tomorrow, I honestly think this is as big a game as far as just changing perception in general. Like, there's no flukiness, no anything. You're for real going for it the next 3 years. They can beat anybody any day. They're not the underdogs anymore.
There's a completion to Knox. Tries to break every tackle, but can't get it to about the 31. I think you're on a point there that even when we had
That's wild,
back in
man.
early December KC at Cincinnati, it was one of those games some wanted to say, well, I know they're really good. I know what they did last year to KC. I know they went to the Super Bowl. I got to see it again. There's almost always been that. I still got to see it one more time. I don't think you have to see it any more for you to realize this team is dangerous as Singletary is able to get to his feet. I believe he might have been touched.
I think you're exactly right the way you said that. There was like, yeah, they're good, but did they get lucky with that play? Did Burrow, he created, there was just something that went there.
Omar says true. Maybe
They're
David
actually
was
this good.
was the coach.
They're here to stay, Jim.
Yep, and they're on their way to a huge
Yo, man, Dabo's
drive
gone, man.
with Buffalo. With two.
We got to move on about that Dable stuff. We hated Dable when he was here, right? Oh, Dable. We hated Dable. We hated him. We're trying to tell people, yo, it's enough with that. Like, come on. You know what I mean? And now, oh, Dable, come back, please. It's unfortunate how it ended. It's unfortunate how this season ended, 100%. Right? Because at least I would have, wanted to see who we were. And if you beat us, you know what? You got it, right? You played our best. We played our best. You just was better. You got it. But what we just showed is like, who is this right here? Like, what happened? That's what's frustrating, right? Because now I got to eat this one right here, right? For the entire offseason. Again, it's like I said, last year, it was nice to at least know, okay, we got something crazy right now. It just wasn't our year. But this one is like, wait a minute. Who are we really? What's going on? Q Trucker says, yo, we are a cold weather team. We need to be a run first offense, and Leslie needs to go. Again, the run first, the running thing is going to be something that we're going to have a lot of discussion this offseason. Devin Singletary most likely, won't be on the roster. So it's going to be Cook, Hines, and then, whoever else they bring in. So it's going to be interesting just to know exactly what we're going to do as far as that. But I wouldn't necessarily say that, Leslie has to go, right? Because again, our defense is nice when it comes down to the numbers. I just think that our philosophy right now in games like this, it seemed like that, had to change a little bit, right? Because it was like, okay, it's clear that we didn't adjust. It's like, we're playing the same defense and hope. But the only way that defense works is we have to get pressure on the quarterback. If we don't, it doesn't work.
Both sides of the ball.
It just doesn't work.
A lot of stars.
And it was what it was.
To single out as Allen with no timeouts to work with. That's knocked out of the hands of Knox. You said
what I'm saying?
Ago, you think that
the only way our defense works as it's currently constructed, as far as the zone, you're playing back a little bit, you're keeping everything in front of you. The only way that works is you have to get pressure on the quarterback.
I wasn't able to actually play the next week. Like, in other words, you can't walk. You can play the day of.
If you
when
don't,
it happened yesterday, I was like,
it's over.
He's going to play today. He's going to go ahead and tape it up. Everyone's going to kick in. He's going to be fine. But the next day, he's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to almost be on crutches on Wednesday. And it depends, right? What grade and all these things. But for what it looked like, I would tell you, if you think it's 100% that he plays, it's going to take a lot. And now, will he play? I think yes. He's Patrick Mahomes. He's young. You have the ability to get, healthier, faster. But at the same time, I just don't know for sure that he's going to be able to be Patrick Mahomes. I can tell you right now, he's not going to have the same athleticism.
All right, so Soccer Insider says, yo, you would think after the heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs last year that this team would be inspired to win the Super Bowl. It's not, again, I don't think it was something to be inspired about, right? It was one of those things where it's just,
tonight on CBS.
we were just out-coached.
Question on camera. I won't do it right when you're inserting a piece of gum in your mouth.
And I hate to say it. Because at the end of the day, it's always and will forever be about the players. You have to execute. Gabe, in the bucket, again, you have to execute. But you can make an argument because we made no adjustments on defense, 0 adjustments.
Handoff was a little early.
It was.
That for the third year in a row, coaching was a major reason as to why we keep on losing these playoff games.
And if he is back, I think that he's not going
to.
So
again, you have to have the conversation as far as the philosophy.
It's him and Burrow then.
There's an interception. First of the game for
Yep.
Cincinnati, and this has been a great performance by the rookie.
That's how you end it for the
Taylor Britt's done
Bengals.
it all, and now he gets to.
Golly, they doing snow angels. Like, yo, it's disrespectful right now. Go ahead and smash that like on the way out. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys already know what's up. Listen to me. I still want to give a huge shout out to the Buffalo Bills at the end of the day. It was an amazing season just to hang out with everyone on stream every single week. Huge fan of this whole experience. Again, it sucks to have to end it like this. It sucks to have a situation to where your team does not have one more chance to, try to win and try to move on. But at least the fact that I was able to experience an entire season with all the fanatics, huge shout out to you guys, man. This was an amazing season. 14 wins. We had 14 weeks, 14 amazing weeks where we were able to sit here and laugh and yell and scream and be excited about what we thought we were bringing to the table. You win some, you lose some. It's always and will forever be difficult to deal in pain and to deal in crisis. But always know that you always learn something and become better after the fact. You deal with it, you marinate in it, you soak in it, you live in that moment. Dwell in it, have the pain, have the moments, knowing that you're gonna come out better at the end of the day. So it is what it is, man. Again, it's difficult to sit here and know that the season is over. Golly, just hearing that just in general, not knowing that we're not holding up that damn, trophy. That right there is big. I understand it. But the fact that I was able to sit here week in and week out, rep my damn team with all the fanatics out there who showed support, who showed love, much love to y'all, man. Go ahead and smash the like just for y'all right there. Because that right there, that's what I appreciate. As a content creator, you try to have moments and motivation as to why you're doing what you're doing. Every week I see right here what we have, 500 plus watching. And knowing that, hey, man, you guys at least respect what the hell we out here doing for you guys. That's motivation just by itself. So it is what it is, man. This right here is going to sting for a little bit, of course. Shout out to the Bengals. Shout out to the Bengals, right? It's weird because we kind of have like a love-hate relationship with the Bengals, right? We have the weirdest relationship in sports. But shout out to the Bengals. If we want any team to maybe win, maybe it's the Bengals, right? Just cuz. Again, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Make sure you guys watch the Rico Report as he breaks that down. Go ahead and smash that like and show that love at the very end. If you guys are still watching and are wondering, yo, are we going to see you again? What's up? We're actually, me, Rico, Bot, and Rev are actually planning on doing something nice for the members, right? So if you're subscribed, if you're, a part of the Bing team, especially, you guys will already be able to see that. But we're trying to do something cool where it's just something where we sit back and just talk about whatever, but it's only going to the members. So, if you guys are trying to join that, just go to supportbf.com and you'll be able to find that. But again, huge shout out to everyone who watched, who, expressed their, love and appreciation for what we do. Huge shout out to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. The Bills lose in the playoffs, divisional round, 27-10. Jeez, that's big right there. It's the Kingpin.